To 20 sides to every story. My name is Casey. I'm glancing up left here to see if we're going to get live on the stream, and there we go. We're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and we are working our way through Vecna's Eve of Ruin. Currently, the party find themselves buried in Evernight. And what does that mean? Let's find out together. The party has just recently made their way through a catacomb in Neverwinter's graveyard. There they discovered the remains of the Waterclock Guild. They discovered the cult of Vecna. They discovered and made their way through some creative talking and acting as if one of the party was a member of Vecna, getting deep into the cultish area, while the others rushed in claiming to be heroes serving Helm, if I believe. In their kerfluffle, there were many stabs exchanged, a couple of fireballs, a big blossoming ball of darkness, many counterspells, including some friendly fire. But the party was able to recover some important documents, store those away. A big set of draperies that described a quite powerful 6th level spell, store that away. They then interrupted the Vecnans as they were doing a ritual. And the way they interrupted it was by casting silence in the middle of it, cutting off the ritual dead. That did not go well for all the magic involved. Things went a little bit kooky. Ribbons of purple light reaching out, pulling the party in, a rift opening up. The aberrations, the Nothics, big-eyed beasties, got ripped to shreds as they were pulled into the astral sea, but the humanoids fared a bit better. The party would have experienced these sensations in different ways because what they were being bombarded with was not through their natural senses. Some of them might have witnessed this sort of like ants carrying food back to a nest. Others might have seen this as like droplets running along a spider web. Others, if they're more, human body inclined, maybe you're thinking of nerve impulses traveling through the body. But all around the world that they know and across the plains, they perceived innumerable cults of Vecna, each one of them a node sending food, information, something back along these lines. They would snatch people away, strip them of their secrets and rituals like the ones that they had just stepped. Behind them, the withered form of Vecna sits like a spider in the center of a web, like the mind at the end of a string of nerves, like the queen king ant in the nest, whatever it happens to be, however you're managing to make sense of this that you're being assaulted with in your minds. And you realize that you yourself are now a node in that line. You could, if you chose, pass one of those juicy morsels, that secret that you hold, along, and in doing so be empowered, or you could deny it to the network and cast it out into reality. Your choice there. One would certainly offer you a quick burst of power. You can see the other cultists thriving as they pass this information along, gifted with power and knowledge from their master. The vision, however, the sensation is fading, and what you're left with is a central point, that eye that Vecna has. It's illuminated like a line burning across it, and then it sort of starts to resolve itself that it's not the eye of Vecna, but instead a layout of a city. You've heard it described from above. Neverwinter looks a little bit like an eye with a river running through it as a closed lid, but this is a river of fire burning across the center, and you find yourself floating, flying, falling, coming downwards, and then, bam, you reappear into your body. You start to take on senses, and you realize that you're covered in ash, dirt, grainy substance. Your back, your legs are wet with mud. You start to shift around, and you find yourselves, where we see ourselves on the screen there, in a pit. This pit is some 10 feet deep. The bottom of it is covered in about 2 feet of mud, and then about another 2 feet of fine powdery ash. So you will be muddy coming up out of it, covered in this ash that's going to fall off you, stick to your hair, all kinds of stuff. And the thing I'm going to ask the party to do, because we have some enemies that might be joining you, is to go ahead and click on their tokens and roll themselves into initiative to find out how we'll be introducing ourselves here. And what I'll be asking you to do is, keeping in mind that you are covered in mud, covered in ash, and then wearing whatever it was you left off wearing before. Give me a quick description of what you might be looking like as you start to move around in this situation. Now, the bottom of this pit is filled with coffins and debris, as if this is kind of a junkyard for a graveyard excavation site. So this is the bottom of a catacomb that's been pulled out. All the coffins have been raided inside, so they're all lying open. Some of you might actually be kind of settled down into a coffin yourself. Others are just kind of laying across them, maybe with a lid poking you in the back. And then that coating of ash laying atop everything else there. Scroll down here. I see Duren, Montgomery, Las-Dal, Telovere, Loktar. Everybody seems to have rolled appropriately. Let's put you into descending order. And that will tell us that Las-Dal will be the first to act. Las-Dal, would you mind introducing yourself real quick and then reminding me what you might look like emerging from under mud and ash as I stall to give you a chance to finish up what you're doing. Go for it.
Las-Dal, the bard who was smart enough to put a silence spell in the middle of a ritual that caused all this mess. Right now, face down, the brim of that big hat is covering my face, so at least I'm not muddied all over the face. Lift up my head, take the hat off, shaking it. That could have gone better. And I'm looking around. I think I did have one of the black robes on as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's covering my normal jacket and leather armor attire.
Sounds good.
And my yarting is underneath the robe as well.
Awesome.
My guitar.
And hang on a second here. Looks like the chat is being curious out there. We're gonna have to redeem the one with the gun. There's no self-buying.
I accidentally bought you a reroll.
I know, and I really appreciate it, but no rerolls for yourself. However, Dawson, whose birthday it happens to be, so happy birthday,
Yay.
Dawson.
Birthday, Dawson.
Has
happy
redeemed
birthday.
the DM a reroll. So thank you for that. We'll get one on the DM side here. As shenanigans take place out in the audience. Now, Las-Dal, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is you are the first to kind of stir yourself. The bad news is the second person to stir themselves is someone that maybe you didn't want to see. The cultist that was leading the chant is maybe some 30, 40 feet south of you. They're pulling themselves up out of the muck. They're kind of standing atop one of those coffins looking around. They like cough out a big thing, and then you can hear them say, "Glorious! It's glorious! I saw it all. I saw our master gathering here. See, we must restart." And then they look over your direction. "Come, join, brother." Oh, this ash.
I'll nod as they call "come, brother," making it look like I'm. And if I can move towards them, I will.
Sure, you can take a step or two towards.
I'll move up a couple.
Yeah, as you're doing that, you hear something out in the distance to the south.
Like
Voices.
Past the pit that we're in?
Outside of the pit to the south.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you hear, "Live ones, flesh, meat, blood." And then you just hear claws scraping over stone, moving in your direction from the southeast and the southwest. Fortune. You've heard those. Good.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you've heard this little discussion as you lay beneath the covering of the ash, currently buried. What are you doing?
So all you really see covered in ash is Fortune, but his ear is doing the little cat thing where they sonar, like move around to where there's noise before he starts to pick himself up, his robe covered in ash and dirt, but kind of works with it, giving a little gray scale to his normally black cloak. his fur. I mean, the white part of his face is completely covered in ash, so he just looks completely gray, except with his eyes kind of peering out. His all his little knife bandolier pockets full of dust because he doesn't really carry a lot of knives with him these days. As he gets up, could have been worse too, Las-Dal. Oh, hi. Good secrets to you.
I'm gonna say that sounded like a try to pass as a cultist.
Oh, I've got secrets. You've got secrets. We're all friends here.
We're all friends here. Give me a quick deception as we're all friends here.
If I'm going to deceive so much, I should really have that as a skill.
Some might
13.
think 13. Let's see how we're doing here.
Better than average.
With a +0, I'll take it.
Seems like they're on top of it. Interloper! They call out.
That was a secret!
I'll turn my head to look at Fortune as they call out interloper. I'm keeping up the charade.
All right, Fortune, you seem to have been spotted. Are you taking any other action or movement?
Huh? So the person's looking at me. They look like they're hostile towards me right now.
They look like
Not
they're
really
hostile
worried
towards
about
you right now.
No, okay. Yeah, I'll just hide. Actually, Fortune will kind of move across to this other one and give Lost-Dal a little push on the back. Out of my way! And then I will throw a dagger at the one looking at me.
All right, sounds good. And as you're throwing the dagger, I've got good news and interesting news. The good news is that a player reroll has been redeemed. You have one in the bank. The interesting news is that for Dawson's birthday, he has brought about a wandering encounter. Wandering encounter, they could be good, they could be bad. We leave it up to the party to determine their fate. So I'll ask somebody in the party to roll 1d100. High numbers are good, low numbers are bad. Last time we got, I think, a 99-ish to bring in Kivori.
Like
and all we got was a freaking ranger.
Freaking ranger who dropped all the zombies
that
for
ranger
you.
was hot fire.
Yeah, she was.
But let's see what we got here. So first one I see, 1d100, high or low. How's the fates gonna treat you?
I think I rolled that last one, so somebody else roll.
Listen, I can do it. I gotcha.
Be brave.
I ain't scared. Oh god.
I ain't scared of no ghost.
Oh god.
A
20's
20.
fine.
Wow, that's a little on the low side.
I don't know what the
scared.
scale
We
is.
should have been scared.
Is it like wild magic where just a random number means something? Or is it how good it's gonna be?
So this one was how good it's gonna be. It was basically which table I'm rolling off of. And right now I'm rolling off of the bad table. But this will take us a little while to kick in. We do need to at least get through introductions here. Fortune, I think you said you were chucking a dagger though.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me a dagger chuck.
Dagger
27's a good
chuck.
dagger.
Good. This won't have the sneak attack, so only the
sneak
Too
attack
bad
and
it
special
didn't.
damage. Yeah, there's no one around it. And then bonus action, duck under take some cover with the coffin.
Sure.
Back in the ashes.
Back in the ashes.
Just scuba dive, go back under. Do.
I would like to say that even though I rolled a 20, I rolled a nat 20.
It wasn't nat 20. Loktar, you've heard an agonized from the south. You've seen your friends start to do some stuff. What are you up to?
I just recalled I'm still looking like that guy we tied up, right?
You are. You're still looking like the thought of Vecna, so you look like their leader right now.
Yeah. Loktar's not the best at impressions, and he knows it, so I think what he's going to do is stand up with a mouthful of ash so that the voice will be explained, and stop the interlopers as he makes his way towards the guy. So it's definitely a deception. I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception. You can have advantage because you are him.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll take it. Deception coming up right yonder. Oh.
17's good. Let's see if it's on point. We're going to go for a save. We're going to go for wisdom. We're going to say rollies. You faked him out, so you've closed. He does not think that you are an enemy.
All
Are you
right.
going to show him otherwise?
Yeah, I was just thinking it's gonna. Wait. So as far as we know, well, these guys are saying we're gonna eat us and stuff, right? They're not with him.
Oh yes, they are definitely
Right.
like we can smell flesh.
Maybe I shouldn't have walked up here.
I can taste it.
Okay.
I can taste it.
I think it's gonna immediately break the ruse, but I'm gonna get big and smack this guy. I think.
Okay.
So rageroo, growing large as giants do, and refreshing D&D Beyond because it froze. Okay, there we go. This should have let's see. That's how it goes. Oh, reckless.
Okay, reckless. No problem. Good thing you read the reckless. 26 will hit, and then that'll do 13 points of total damage there.
Oh, did it only do? Oh wow, that's a really bad roll. That's an additional D8 for the gloom ambusher dealy.
Okay, got it. 17 total there. He's still standing.
I'll smack him again, hopefully harder this time.
"26 hits for 22 points of damage. That is harder, and that is enough to end this cultist. Down he falls. That's a good one to take out early. He's the one who had the fireballs. And so, Loktar, what do we got next?
Let's see. Wait, that was an extra attack. So I got one more attack left. Right? So I know it's from here. Where did I move again? I moved 20, right? So then this would be 20. I go like right there.
You can go to right there.
That with and huck the old Morning Star.
Sure.
Overhead. Throw it at this dude here. Right yonder.
And for those following along at home, his Morning Star is more of a spear, really.
Yeah.
20's real good. 16 points of damage. Hark! Careful!
Yeah. Oh, +2 for rage. It's not adding rage anymore.
Okay, +2 for rage.
It's not. Yeah.
Careful, they still got weapons. Less dead than usual. Loktar.
It is we who will eat tonight, who will dine in this hell. I don't know. Go ahead.
All right. As you do that, that is going to bring up another of the cultists who is lying under the dirt. They pop up. As they do, they look around. They see the giant Loktar. They climb up atop this cage that has embedded itself into it to get themselves some purchase and get out of the muck. And from there, they will cast. That is not what I meant to hit, but thanks for giving me the list. We're going to cast this spell right here and summon a spiritual weapon. We got enough distance? Nope. There's a spiritual weapon now floating over on its way to you, and there's a sacred flame descending upon you. Loktar, I'm going to need a DC 11 dexterity saving throw from you.
Hey.
16, no damage dealt. Well done. And now some more good news. More ghouls.
For my own mental picture, do I look like the guy we beat up and except now I'm giant, or does turning giant make me then look like Bugbear?
You can't concentrate on spells, right?
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't think you concentrate on that one though. I'm not sure.
It's a
Yeah,
change self.
Doesn't matter.
There's alter self.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it was alter self.
It is
alter self. Like
it's
really
disguise
high level?
self.
Disguise
It's
self.
disguise
Yeah,
self. So you do have to concentrate on it. So since you can no longer concentrate, but this disguise self is not concentration. It's just duration 1 hour. So you are still him, just big.
Nice.
You're big. You just look like him.
You're big. You just
Normal.
look like him.
I don't know
But
why I like that better.
what that's going to bring up, however, is a trio of ghouls that are now descending upon you. 2 coming down this way.
Oh.
Oh,
1
no.
coming down this way. As they hit the edge of the pit, they just
Uh-oh.
leap out, claws first. We have claws incoming and 2 sets on
I
the
get a-
bugbear. Good.
I get a opportunity attack on one of them.
Oh,
As they,
certainly may.
Get close. Yeah. All right. I guess the top or left one. I don't know. I pictured him on top. And then reckless attack. Does that carry over to now?
Does not.
Okay. Bam. Just regular then. Oh.
Ah, you didn't need it. One of them you just strike down as he leaps towards you. Bloof. Falls. The other, still inbound, claws out. 13 to hit?
Hey.
Nay.
That's 17.
Las-Dal. Oh wait, you're way over there, Las-Dal. He can't get to you. He doesn't see Telovere yet. Televere's still in the merd. 1 moment, please. DM
You get
recalculating.
advantage.
He had advantage. It was still a 13.
Okay.
He's gonna get to right there, and then he's gonna come down here. Dash action, no attack. Duren, you are under the dust and all these things are happening. What now?
So I come to underneath the ashes, and after a split second of realizing where I am, I out of the ashes, covered in ash and just mud and looking disgusting, like a wild man. And I see this ghoul over here.
Yep.
And I think I'm gonna attack it.
Seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Just a little. I actually think I'm just gonna do some regular attacks.
18's gonna hit.
And well, I guess I'm gonna do it one-handed.
Makes sense.
And then I'll do another.
Twenty's gonna
I'll
hit.
do one-handed again.
Yeah.
From
Okay.
here on out, I'm doing it two-handed.
Sounds
Just a
good.
heads up. Okay. And then I am going to. Gosh, is it worth it? What else do I have that's a bonus action? Nothing good. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Sounds good. That is going to bring up another cultist popping up out of the dust down here. He looks around. He sees his leader fighting one of the ghouls. He decides to take out this ghoul over here. Good little soldier that he is. Why are you not casting the spells I want?
Leader is swole.
Oh, look! Let's see all the things he has.
Yep. That's okay. That's going to give me this. That's going to give me this. That's going to be a save. That's going to be a dex saving throw. And that's going to be... Ooh, good damage. Some fighting there. Montgomery.
Oh, they're fighting the ghouls too.
Yeah. So down
Which
here,
one did he attack?
right here. Down
Oh, that
here.
one right there. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Montgomery, you are just emerging to see that. What are you up to?
Well, of course he's definitely covered in ash like everybody else, and he looks quite displeased. Because usually he's always neat and clean, and now he's like trying to shake the ash off of him.
Well,
And
look, I would
he's-
say that your turban's probably kept your hair clean.
Yeah, it's a small consequence, I guess.
Like every link
But
of
do
his
you
chain is...
you guys realize where we are? Do you realize what we traveled through?
I do not.
No.
We went through the astral sea.
Oh, that's your
This is
place.
not good. This is not good at all.
A
Sorry
new
about
environment.
I want to go home.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Lettuce is lettuce. And I'm gonna. I guess the one Duren's attacking. I'm gonna hit him with Toll the Dead.
Sure can.
If I can find it, there it is. And he's taking damage, right? Duren hit him, right?
He has, absolutely.
Yep.
Wisdom saving
So-
throw, correct?
Yep. So he takes. Yep.
He's going
With,
to take all... Well, he's only going to
Which
take 9.
one? He's only take 9. Yep. The first
Yeah,
one. I
But you know
rolled
what?
a natural
9's
12.
enough.
Well.
That rocks him to pieces.
God, these things are easier than them damn zombies.
I'm glad we're not fighting zombies.
That's a pretty low bar though, brother.
I guess we were level 3 then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Some things you just don't forget. I'll stay right there. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, the cage.
Yep. Inside the cage, kind of emerging up out of the dust and the muck, that fellow that you saw up there kind of gets his hand up, pulls himself up out of the muck, and then sucks back down. It's a little too heavy for him. He's like, "Get me out!" And he's just spitting up all this out of there. Isn't able to do anything at the moment. Over here up top, another ghoul comes running in, as this one does. He sees Duren. He takes a flyer off the edge. Duren coming in claws first. 8. Probably not going to do anything to you. Telovere.
As Telovere kind of claws his way out, you see him gasp like, "God, Bob, I hate that." And he's gonna sit there for a second before looking at the ghoul and going, "Oh, that's lovely." And from his sitting position, because he's arrogant enough to do it, I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead. So could I get a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw from this ghoul? Well, it would help that one. Yes.
Okay. 4.
Yeah. Needless to say, that fails.
Mm-hmm. Has-
And he is missing health points, correct?
This one
Yes.
is not.
No.
This one
no,
is
he's
not
not.
yet.
Yeah.
That one is not okay.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
fresh
he is
to the
now a
battle.
whole 5 damage.
He is now. Excellent. Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna kind of sit there in the muck and just kind of ponder my life choices for a minute.
Okay. Remaining in the muck is a strategy, I suppose. Over here, we're gonna have some stuff happen.
But those numbers are very mysterious.
They are mysterious.
Oh.
Ghoul
There's lots of them.
coming in takes a flyer, descending upon the, I think, prone Telovere. I'm going to double check. Prone?
No, I would be prone.
Yep.
I will 100% admit that.
It is coming in claws with advantage.
No.
Listen, boys, it was not going to do anything anyway.
A 12?
That is my AC.
Oh, it hits 9 points of slashing damage. Can I get a DC 10 Constitution saving throw? You would like to pass that.
Let's see. It is not a concentration check. Thank you very much. Oh wow, that is an 11.
As an 11, you are
Nice.
not paralyzed.
And how much damage did you say?
That'll be 9 points of slashing damage.
Nifty.
From up north, we've got another ghoul coming in. This one, 25 feet, takes the flyer. Fortune is hidden, so Duren is going to be taking the claws coming in. Incoming claws, Duren. 10's going to do
Excellent.
nothing.
Little to the left next time, baby.
Little to the left.
Might hit me.
You're going to fight yourselves to death. You're going to fight yourself to death off screen. So down here in the southwest corner, we've got some ghouls and cultists exchanging blows while having them wash themselves out. But Telovere, directly next to you, rising up like some version of the Reaper, massive of body, death scythe in hand, shakes off their death scythe and it turns into a broom, and then she just looks around a little confusedly, pushes the broom into this ash, and just starts shuffling along with her little broom.
Poor girl.
Can I go like put my body underneath the broom so she can get this dust off of me?
As you like.
You're like a car wash.
You're
Good
off
job.
screen. You're off screen. You're coming on screen. Back down here, southwest corner, ghoul coming in. 30 feet will reach. Claws coming in at the still reckless Loktar. Loktar, advantage claws, a 16 to hit.
Ooh, barely miss.
Barely miss. You're going to disappear off screen, fighting out your friends. And that's going to bring us to the top of the turn order with Las-Dal. Las-Dal, what do you got?
If I walk across this casket here, is that going to be difficult terrain?
No, it's all basically the same terrain. You're kind of stepping casket to casket, mud to mud. There's nowhere really else to stand.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. So this is difficult terrain, though, right?
No, we're treating it all as normal. Technically,
Oh,
it's
okay.
all difficult, but since it's all difficult to everybody, we're just gonna make it all normal.
Okay.
Nifty.
Let's see. All right, I'm gonna move closer to this cultist. Let's see. So he has to be within 5 feet of me for this. So yeah, I'm gonna get right next to him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use thunderclap on him. Brother, we need to get this man out of here. And I clap my hands together, and a wave of energy comes from him.
What am I saving there? Is that a con?
It's sorry, that is yes, con 17.
Con 17. He's got a 12, so show me some damage.
I don't
Not
like how
much.
low you're rolling now.
Ugh.
Not much,
He still gets hit against the
but
cage.
he still he still took damage, and I think he gets pushed.
You're gonna push him into the cage.
I don't
No,
think
he
for
doesn't get pushed.
Thunderclap- no,
That's
Shatter.
I'm
Shatter.
thinking of the I'm
Thunder
thinking
Wave.
of Thunderwave. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. Lost-Dal, anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's going to bring up Ghoul over here, one of the first ones to appear. Spear still sticking out of him, rushing over, dives down at the reckless Loktar. Loktar, 17 to hit.
Oh, you got me finally.
Gotcha.
Damn.
DC
Aw.
9 points of slashing. Cut that down to 4, and then take that DC 10. Constitution save. Don't be paralyzed. It gets bad.
Ooh.
All right.
25, you're fine.
Hey, he just brought your spear back to you.
He did.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's a spear
Oh,
retrieval
it
service.
flies back. By the way, I didn't describe that, but when he throws it,
Oh,
when he's
it's
large,
returning
it,
weapon.
it returns back to him. Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
Does it? Why does it do that?
When he's a giant, it's a part of the
Okay.
throwing-
elemental cleaver, the 6th level ability. When he throws his weapon, it comes back to him,
Cool,
and it's
cool,
not doesn't count as improvised when he throws it. It's like
Yeah, I've
regular.
learned a thing. Claw versus Cultist down here. 15 hits, gonna do some damage. 7, gonna hit that, gonna do that. Hit this button real quick. Con, are you about to be food? Nope, you're fine. Okay. Fortune, what are you doing?
Yeah, what am I doing in this scenario? I mean, does prone remove the ability for sneak attack? I don't
Prone
think so.
would
I think
give
it's
you
just incapacitated.
disadvantage, so advantage and disadvantage. You're not allowed to have disadvantage and get sneak attack, right?
Well, the question is, does Telovere count as a body, essentially,
Hey,
if he's prone?
Oh,
Excuse
oh
me.
no, yeah. He's still a threat. He's still an ankle biter. Yeah.
He's a
that's the
chihuahua
most
at the
insult-
moment.
I think that's the most insult. You don't liken me to a chihuahua. You can liken me to a lot of things, but not a chihuahua.
Oh, they're fierce rat hunters.
Exactly. They get
They
those
are.
toes.
They are God's curse upon this earth, is what they are.
I would
Not
be
wrong.
honored to fight alongside a Chihuahua.
I'm sure you would.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take a bonus action disengage to walk past the other two ghouls and try to
Sure.
get this one off Telovere.
Sure
And
can.
I will take a stab at him. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
22
Stay
is
off
the
my
number to
magic
beat.
friend.
28 you
I forgot
got.
to roll as crit. I forget, double it or roll again?
You
You
can,
roll again, I think.
you roll again. You've already killed him, but you can go for style
Oh.
points.
Fortune just kind of lays low, runs past the two ghouls over there, swings over, kind of does a skid stop right next to Telovere, and then just, takes off the head with a quick appearing dagger that disappears right after the head of the ghoul rolls off.
Absolutely.
You all right, Telovere? You can
I'll
move,
be-
right?
I'll be better once we're out of this accursed pit.
I
hate
agree.
Dust. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
I thought that was sand. I mean, let's kill these guys.
I just pictured you petting him because he's a cat and everything. He's like, not like you. You're soft.
Soft and fluffy.
Not now, Telovere.
I'll turn. Sorry.
Not
Loktar.
now. But when?
All right. Loktar's covered in wounds, and the blood is dripping from them. But I think he takes on a different visage as blackness kind of comes over, and I believe the fur would break through the illusion of being that dude we beat up.
Okay.
And blood dripping from his mouth and eyes, and as he takes on a new form here. Here we go, right yonder. So you gain. Mostly doing it for the temporary hit points. Oh, 9. Nice. Oh, 10, actually. All right, perfect. And I take on a form of dread, essentially.
Okay.
But it is the form of Skigaret, the god of fear, the bugbear god of fear. And he'll strike, I think, this guy right here.
Okay.
And should I go reckless? I feel like I shouldn't go reckless. I'm not going reckless this time. No. Yeah.
When in doubt, hit everything as hard as you can.
You are on your own, essentially, at the moment.
Yeah, that's why
where
I
we go
feel
here. 19 hits. Okay.
and it looks like it's just 12 acid to this dude right here, and then he's got to make a save to see if he's a scaredy cat.
To see if he's a scaredy cat, and that is a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Why isn't it showing in the thing I shared? There, I'll share it again. Right there.
Yeah, I see it there.
It was
when
in
you
there
hit him
somewhere. I was just not reading
Oops,
fast
I
enough.
just
He
did
is
twice by
frightened,
accident.
and weirdly,
Yeah,
ghouls are not immune to being frightened.
that's
So,
right. Really
He's
growl at him then.
scared.
That only happens once per turn, so these rest of these are gonna hammer his buddies a little bit. The one on the far left here.
Far left,
Got a
is that
12.
a... Where's the number? 12 to hit? No.
This guy here, yeah. And then that's it,
Where's your
actually. That's
advantage?
my bonus.
Oh,
I didn't do reckless.
Oh, you didn't
this
do
time.
reckless. Sorry.
Yeah.
12 does hit, though, and he only had 4 hit
Nice.
points left, so he's gone.
Oh, great. All right.
That was the one you
That's
previously speared. Loktar, anything else?
Smash him out like a cigarette butt in
All
the
right.
sand. I guess that's it.
That's going to bring up our cultist standing next to Las-Dal. He turns around and looks at you. He's like, traitor. And he's going to... He's going to pull his spiritual weapon over to you. Try and give you a bonk with his spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapon bonk. 20 to hit, 3 points of force damage there.
20? That's a miss.
That's a miss. And then he's going to reach out because the spiritual weapon was already in place. That was not a spell cast. And he's going to try and inflict wounds upon you.
At this beautiful body.
At that beautiful body.
Well, he misses.
Critically fumbles. But you know what?
Does he hit him? Does he hit himself?
He does not, because the DM's got a reroll, and the DM's going to deploy it now. Reroll.
I'll take that.
Deploy.
He didn't do
Oh, what?
It's better than the one.
I wasted my birthday
Not
reroll.
really.
Thank you, Dawson, for the birthday reroll, though.
That was Dawson's birthday present.
That was Dawson's birthday present. Wasted. But down here, we got a ghoul trying to claw up. Loktar, ghoul, Loktar. 13's going to miss. Duren, your turn. What's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna green flame blade this one right above me.
Ooh, DM's got a reroll back. Thank
He
you.
just gave it to you again. Not in this beautiful body.
Yeah. Sorry, someone was trying to interfere with my rolling.
No problem.
Okay, so
10
only
is
rolled a 10.
not going to hit. There is a player
I mean,
reroll.
I'll take it.
All right.
You gotta remember. You gotta share a secret.
Oh shit! It can be anything.
Can be any little secret. Any little thing that Duren.
I like to dance around in my room at night.
Oh, Duren.
Was that you or Duren?
Duren, that's Duren.
No, these are all character
Yeah.
secrets. All character
All during,
secrets.
all during.
I
I'm not
dance
sure about that
everywhere.
one. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that one, Chief.
You
So
hear
let's
like
go.
from Fortune I knew it.
Let's see that reroll.
All those times.
Coming from the guy, when we were at the tavern, I never participated in nothing. But once we got to our rooms, I put up the disco ball.
Man was boogieing down up there.
Alrighty, let's do this thing.
Oh.
Flame blade, please. Yes, I'm gonna hit. Okay, good.
All right.
Okay, so this is two-handed, so I'm gonna do.
I love that your two-handed damage was lower than
Okay.
your one-handed damage.
It
Alright,
just
actually-
happened to be this time, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to read this correctly because the 8 and 7 don't add up to 20. Oh, it's I do 8 damage plus 5 fire, and then the guy next to him takes 7 fire.
That sounds correct.
Okay.
All right. So that's going to be 13 there. And that's going to be 7 there.
It wasn't Reyna the name of the person sweeping.
She is. She's the person sweeping right
Great.
next to Telovere.
Crazy coincidence to get a bot with that name in the chat suddenly.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Spelled slightly
All
different. Raina, Raina, I think, for the person with the broom. But
A bot,
Duren, I
like a
think that
good
was
bot
your
or a bad bot.
bad bot. I think that was your first longsword attack. Are you taking a second longsword attack? But
Yeah, green flame blade doesn't count as my one single action.
Does it?
He missed
Yes.
the first sword, is what you.
No, but I did a reroll.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
you
right.
got it. You got it. You're good. Okay. Sorry about
Sorry.
So
Uh,
I do not.
that. You do not.
Are you wanting me to attack again?
No. I'm gonna have to double check myself because I think I'm thinking of arcane fighters that can do it as a free action.
You're
Is what I'm-
thinking of
Yeah,
the.
I think Blade Singer does it
Yeah,
too.
Blade
Yeah.
Singer there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, paladins don't get 2 attacks?
I
Not
do,
a-
but I did a
cantrip.
cantrip. I didn't do a regular
Oh,
attack.
gotcha. Okay.
I'm misremembering class feats. And so
I mean, if you want to let me.
nah. Down here you are going to finish yourselves off, so we're gonna get rid of you too. And then Montgomery, what are you up to?
I'm gonna take advantage of the 2 in front of myself and Duren and hit them both with Toll of the Dead.
Sounds
Because they're within
good.
5 feet of each other, so they're both going to take this.
That's like a grave cleric thing, huh?
Yes, Death Cleric.
Or death cleric, right?
Yeah, it's called Reaper.
I was like, I don't think
That's cool.
that way.
That is really cool. Yeah.
And these are wisdom saving throws, correct?
Correct.
Left.
What is
and
it?
right.
It's a
Neither of them are going to make that, so they're both
DC
taking
16.
12. That's going to drop 1. The other one's still standing, but only barely. Montgomery, anything else?
No, I'll stay right there. That's a good spot.
Eldon in his cage is just trying not to drown in the mud and the muck. Telovere.
So Telovere, seeing Loktar and kind of seeing how wounded he is, I am going to stand up, so I'm no longer prone. So I'm going to use half my movement for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom at 4th level, centered on Loktar. But I'm going to give Loktar the healing, so he's gonna not have the damage dealt.
Oh, nice.
So that they need to take a Con 15 saving throw for me.
Is it heal based on the damage it does?
No, it does not actually.
Oh, that'd be cool. Or bad, depending on the situation.
See,
Nice.
that does not make it, and neither does that. So they both take 13 damage. And then Loktar, you get to. Let me double check this, make sure. You get to use. Oh Lord, what is it? You can use 4 hit dice to heal, and you will heal an additional +3 for each one. So you're at least going to get 12 hit points back.
Oh, wow.
I believe that's
Okay.
how that works.
So for like D12, or I guess to choose, right?
Yeah, so 4 of your hit dice, and then you get a flat 12.
No, I don't even know how. I'll figure it out. You guys can keep going if you want, and I'll try to figure it out. It might take me a
Should
second
be a
to figure out
button
how
in the
to.
bottom left
How to
Yeah.
of the
Oh.
D&D Beyond.
Oh, just to
Little-
roll regular roll dice. I thought
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it would be a hit dice thing. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'll go
No,
12
because
first.
you're not actually using them up.
Oh, great.
No,
All
you,
right.
you do use them.
You are using them actually.
You
Yeah.
do use
Oh,
them.
hey,
It's the
you're
unspent
using
hit
it.
dice.
Okay. So that was one for 8, right? And then I'll do another for. My wife said wanted to roll real dice.
Which one?
They're waiting on us though.
Which one?
This one right here.
It's
Do that
okay.
right there.
This one?
Yeah, really.
As that's
You-
resulted,
11. Holy smokes. 14 on that one.
you got to borrow the
Yeah, that
luck
was
more
good.
often. Up north, we got a ghoul going claws out to Duren. Duren claws.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you. You did great.
8 is going to miss. Reyna's reaches over with her broom. She just starts dusting off Telovere, who's still sitting on the ground. Get your hat.
No, I'm not sitting anymore. I did stay.
Oh,
But I was
sorry, you
standing
did
up.
stand. Okay. She kind of gives you a quick little brush off, and then she goes back to her work there.
Thank you, Reyna.
Over here, we got a ghoul going up against Loktar. Ghoul, Loktar. 11, not good. Las-Dal, back to you. Standing next to a cultist, you are surrounded by spiritual weapons.
I'm going to grab the cultist, move my head in, talk to him in his ear. I'm going to make it look like I'm talking in his ear. In actuality, I'm going to bite him.
Oh, dang! I was expecting or what's it? The
That's
thing, the bard thing.
Dissonant
The
whispers.
insult?
Whispers.
No,
Like,
the vicious mockery.
I'm making it look like I'm
Vicious
doing vicious mockery to him.
Yep.
I'm trying to make it look like for all of you that I'm doing vicious mockery to him.
Yep. Got it. You're whispering sweet nothings into his ear, and then something else happens.
Yep. So I'm trying to deceive my party at the moment.
Yeah, go ahead and
Oh.
give me a D20. I think they all fell for it.
1 second. Sorry, I gotta find where that action actually is. There it is. Oops, no, that's the damage. Let me roll first.
That's right. We haven't really been around you to see you do something like that either.
Yep, it's the first time we've seen it. 24 hits.
If
6
he's
is some
doing
damage.
what I think he's doing.
Nibble, nibble.
Yeah.
Las-Dal,
Yeah.
anything else?
That's all. I'm gonna throw a. Let's see. Duren, finish that one off already. You should be clobbering them already. And I'm gonna throw a bardic inspiration your way.
All right. Bardic Inspiration over to Duren. Fortune. Insight looked like a little low. What are you up to? When the reroll was redeemed, there was a secret exposed. Duren dances up in his room. There will be more secrets exposed for the PCs shortly. Whoa! Murder. Fortune has committed a murder.
You're muted, just so you know, Fortune.
Someone is running a car very loud for no reason.
Fortune, you were murdering this ghoul?
Yes.
That ghoul
Just
is
have to-
definitely not liking the crit, so go ahead and...
Yeah, that was without the sneak attack for some reason. He's
I was about to
so
say
dead.
you rolled 2 ones. Oh,
Yeah.
Blorf.
Oh, wowzers.
Oof.
10d6.
Just a spray.
That is for the crit. And then let's see. I think I got.
I thought I was the damage
He's
dealer
like a
here, y'all.
fireball
20.
going off every time.
And then I will go ahead and take a bonus action to throw one at the one that Las-Dal just bit
Sure.
for my.
You mean
You don't know that.
He whispered sweet nothings.
I'm just clarifying which one it is.
My hat's in the way, so you know.
Yeah.
25 is a solid hit.
6 psychic damage.
6 damage there. Fortune, anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Loktar.
I'll simply pound this ghoul into paste. Reckless, because that's how you paste people.
If you're not doing things recklessly, you're not doing them correctly.
Yep, that's paste. 14 points of
That sounds
damage
like
off a 16
Telovere.
hit. That'll do it. Loktar, anything else? I think we have one cultist left remaining.
Not for long. One, two, who's that? All right, move there. Can I just step over that, or should I go around it?
Oh, you can step over.
Around it.
You're nice and big.
All right. This is the one right here, right?
Yep.
I'll try to see if we can smash him through the bars there.
He's on top, I think.
Yeah, he's hanging on top of the monkey bars, but that's not going to be much in the way of defense with 23 for 11. He's still standing.
Let us make cultist juice.
Cultist juice.
The other backswing.
Oh, he's got the backswing as well. 17 will hit for another 13 points of damage. Is that correct? 13 points?
Yeah, +2 on each one because of the rage.
Wow. Yep. He is gonzo. And so things
Just
quiet.
acidy muck just squishing through the bars.
Bodies and bodies are now piled up at the bottom of this pit. Eldon's like, help me out of here. Come on. Like, still
Don't let him out. He's the reason we're here.
He's one of the ones we're trying to get. No, Las-Dal's the reason we're here. No, to be fair, we all
he's
encourage
the reason
him.
we're here.
I'm gonna search this guy's body, the cultist that just died.
Sure. You start giving a quick rifle through that. Give me a quick investigation there.
I'll check this one. Do you want to check the others there, Fortune?
Yeah, I want to check the leader's body out here, or the first one we saw who also died first.
Yep.
While they're doing that, I think Loktar will try to lift the cage up so the guy doesn't drown.
Sure.
If possible.
As you start to lift the cage up, basically the cage has got a fairly simple latch on it, but it was buried. So as you start to roll the cage over, you can unlatch it and reasonably easily let Eldon out of there. He comes out with a. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Well.
I'll seize his throat and then ask Montgomery,
Uh,
why do you say this one is the reason we are here?
If they weren't doing the ritual on him, whatever they're going to turn him into, right? And then Las-Dal cast the silence, and now we traveled across the astral sea. I spent 72 years in the astral sea. I never want to see the astral sea again. And now we'll probably have to travel back across it to get back home.
Wait, is that where we are?
No, we crossed the astral sea. I don't know where we are.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We crossed the astral streets, the sea.
Yeah, that's where we traveled across. Yes.
Oh, lovely! That's an experience.
Well,
I'm
we weren't there
confused.
long enough for it to be an experience.
Like Eldon's little
Trust me.
feet
So
are
I
don't
kicking
know
in the
about that.
air.
I don't know about that.
He's turning blue.
You say this one is responsible, and yet you say he is also a victim. So
I'm,
do I crush his throat or do I?
I'm
not?
the one responsible. I am. I'm the one who interrupted their ritual.
Now set him down.
This is one of the people we were sent to save.
Hmm.
Well, why didn't you say that to begin with?
Well, that's just mildly disappointing.
I didn't think you were gonna go full
Ooh,
righteous on us,
Evernight.
Montgomery.
We're in Evernight. Oh. Huh.
Evernight.
How do
I'm
you know we're in
unfamiliar with this
Evernight?
place. Evernight.
Hold on. Before he says anything else, I look around. Is it bright out or is it actually dark?
So, looking around, the sky is leaden and ash colored, but you can see what looks like a dawn off to what would be your north, because the clouds are all lit up that way. But further to what would be your south, you can see kind of pale moonlight coming down through the lines. So you've got dawn over here and moonlight over there.
Okay, I'm gonna look at him and go, it's not very night out. I mean, there's
Oh.
the dawn right over there.
That's the lava. The lava.
Oh, that clarifies things.
Oh, you got a grip. It's bad. It's bad that we're here. I mean, very bad that we're here. Not super surprising, but it's bad. I don't think the cultists were planning to send us here, but this is where we are. You see, Neverwinter has cracks between our world and the Shadowfell. Crevices of dusk, they're called. Planar travelers sometimes slip through. Where we are now is a nasty city called Evernight. It's a sort of the Shadowfell reflection of Neverwinter, mostly populated by the undead.
Lovely.
We're sort of in Evernight's graveyard here because we left from Neverwinter's graveyard there. So we're sort of in the same place, but not. I don't see that crevice that we came through. It doesn't super surprise me. There's not really many stable crevices like that. They're rare. But we're going to need one if we're going to get back to Neverwinter. I wouldn't say
So we should begin digging?
What?
Should we begin digging?
To make a crevice?
No. No, we need to find a stable crevice of dusk to get us back to Neverwinter. We can't just make one. I mean, I'm not even sure they intended to make one, and it took almost killing all of us.
Wait, we almost died?
Didn't it feel
Yeah.
like you were dying?
No, I mean, not particularly dying. It was a surreal out-of-body experience, but I just thought we kind of planar traveled like normal.
Oh, we
Have you
did
done a lot
kind
of planar
of.
travel?
No, I assume it feels like this all the time, though.
Fair enough.
Are not all planes like this? As he's like looking around, taking in the
No, some of them
the
are
new
positively
biome.
dreadful. The plane of
It's
fire. City of
it's
Brass is a lovely place.
It's a. You get lucky, or you're gonna go to someplace bad.
I guess we got lucky.
Oh, I think we went someplace bad.
Shadowfell.
It could be worse.
I would agree. We're in a undead infested metropolis.
Really?
I'm down Telovere.
Easy
Yes.
Telovere.
Well,
I wasn't going to say anything. Not yet, at least.
You
Glint
have.
in your eye.
Yeah, we'll just say that.
Listen, it's not every day you end up in a place that's inhabited almost exclusively by the people that you like to bring back from the place. I'd like to know more about the experience from their end, if you pardon me.
I must confess I am
Any-
ignorant in the ways of planar travel. I look to
Eldon-
your reactions to glean information on how I should react, but I am very confused at the moment. We are of many minds, it would seem.
Well, if we were all of one mind, we'd be Illithids.
You guys look over, and I'm just underneath the broom getting groomed.
And she just kind of keeps just sort of cleaning
Like
away.
literally, it's gonna be so good. It's like you might as well just like cast prestidigitation on me to clean me off. I'm as good as new.
Now, well, if you want to get to know them, I suppose east of here should be the market. So if we go there and ask around inconspicuously, a lot of soot still in my throat, maybe we could find news of one of those crevices to get back. Beyond that, we might be stuck here, and if you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of water, not a lot of food, and a lot of ash in the air. It's inhospitable to those of us who need to breathe and eat, anything other than the dead.
That is unappealing, I suppose.
Oh, don't worry too much. I'm sure there's some spells I can figure out that could help us, even if we are here for the long term, don't worry. I may need some donations from you. Fortune, how do you feel about your feet?
You will not touch my feet.
Oh, I'm not going to be doing any of the touching. That's so gauche.
And as you're mentioning donations and feet, we're going to get to our wandering encounter.
Oh, no.
You might have noticed that some of those ghouls that were dispatched particularly violently, having lost body parts, those body parts are starting to move across the ground. They're starting to accumulate in the northeastern corner of this pit. They don't seem like they're crawling claw over there. They're just kind of being pulled in that direction. You can see some of the cultists' body as you were like turning them over, like their hand also flopped in that direction. It seems like that northeast corner of the pit is drawing the bodies towards it slowly.
Telovere?
Yeah,
What's
get
going
out
on?
of there.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I know what's going on?
Sure.
All right, let's see. If I can
He's
pull it
sweeping them into a pile.
up. Oh, I have not the foggiest what's going on. Never seen that. That looks like a spontaneous flesh combustion.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. It's a wonderful thing to see. It's very artistic once you get past the gore and viscera.
That's all there is.
No, there's not.
Have I ever heard of anything that would pull dead bodies together?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana. So, as you're watching it happen, you're seeing the kind of the body being pulled over in that direction, and then you see the body starting to be pulled into and down in the ash, and you realize it's losing a lot of its flesh, a lot of the meaty bits, all that gore and viscera that we talked about. That we said, what else is there? There's bones, and it seems like the bones specifically are gathering over in that area. And you can start to hear a little clickety-clackety sort of noise as a lot of bones are moving about just down there in the mud and in the ash, coming up through the dirt.
I hope you like fighting bones.
Is that a ladder or steps leading out of the pit on
That
the
is,
far end there?
those are basically some statuary that was stacked up to make it a little easier in and out. You could clamber up the wall with a bit of a scramble, but that'll work as steps on the way out.
Okay.
And as I'm saying that, I'm climbing up on the top of this cage.
I just want to say real quick, Las-Dal and I both tried to investigate different bodies, and I don't think we. I just want to remind us so for later after the combat we can use the same rolls.
Oh God.
You got it. So there's some
Oh.
clickety
Oh my
clackety
gosh.
happening over here.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Lots and lots of bones starting to emerge. At the
That
moment, they
looks
seem to just
awesome.
be gathering the bodies to themselves. The flesh being shredded away. Just more bones and more bones as it's pulling itself in.
Can we stop it from doing that?
Would
Telovere?
I know what this is or how to possibly slow it down with my 28?
You would know that this is a swarm of undead, basically so many skeletons and so much necromantic energy that it's now collapsed into one amorphous bone blob that's now starting to pull things into itself, growing in size based on the cast off set. You would definitely identify this as beyond the scope of any one wizard to create without spending a lifetime adding to his invention, and then maybe his invention getting a little bit of away from him. Much stronger than any bone golem or other such thing, but lacking in direction.
This thing is just absorbing the energy and bones around us. This is bad.
Well, especially since we're in a domain of undead. But that's lovely spell work. I see like 3 different types meshed in just in that one femur.
I want to make
Telovere, have you
I
the
wanna
ability
make
to command it?
a
Oh no, I have no idea. It's probably going to kill us all. But I'd like to observe the spell work before we all die messily.
And sorry, Duren, you were
What was
saying?
that, Duren?
I would like to make some kind of check to see does it look like we could take this thing, or do I need to get my ass out of here?
In the condition you're in, you would probably want to skedaddle. You might be able to take it, but this is just a massive undeath, and you are in its feeding pit.
Okay, I'm gonna climb over this way and then dash my ass out of here.
Duren's
There
up on the
goes
wall.
the
That's not
brave
good.
paladin.
Yeah, if he's gone, we should probably go.
Time
Eldon's
to
sort of
run.
coughing
This is
and
bad.
staggering his way along.
I thought he was still trapped in the cage and we had to get him out first.
No, we got him already.
No, Las-Dal let him out.
No,
All right,
Loktar
Raina, come
did.
on.
Sorry,
So-
Loktar had choke slammed him, so he was definitely out of the cage by that point.
Loktar,
Wait
time
a second.
to run.
What about Raina?
What about Raina?
I'm gonna pat her on the head and come on, like usher her along. Like, come on, it's time to go.
Sure, give me a quick persuasion. You want to do 12 or better?
Oh boy, Cal, this may not end well.
I wish I
It
thought
ended-
about
it
it before I
ended-
moved.
Just okay.
You have
Just
a
okay.
+6. You're fine.
All right, Raina's in motion.
I give a quick tug on Loktar. This is bad, and I'm walking up the side of the wall and out.
Let's try to huck this cage at it, so maybe it'll take a while to chew on it before we.
So you
I have a
huck-
question.
Go ahead.
Do I see Las-Dal walk up the wall? From
Las-
where I am, can I see him walk up it? Are you trying to hide this?
Oh, when you say walk, you mean like?
I walk up. I put my foot up at the 5 foot mark. I put my foot up, go doo and right up over it.
So while you're noting this one, I will say he's done this trick at least 3 times, like right out in the open, just walked around.
No. This is this. I've done it one time at front before. The other time, I was invisible.
Oh, invisible. Sorry, invisible. You were doing it.
So
Yep.
this is the second time somebody would notice me walking up a wall.
Okay. So second time walking up a wall. So yes, you would catch that. But as Loktar kind of hucks the cage in this thing's direction, it doesn't even seem to bother it. The bones just flow through the openings in the cage as if it wasn't there. Just swirling around it, reaching through the body parts now coming to it, the ghouls the cultist bodies that you haven't looted being consumed. You did manage to pull away a couple of the focuses, the hands with the eyeballs. So you've got a few more of the arcane and the priestly focuses of Vecna, a couple of component pouches, but they were mid-ritual, so aside from the ritual components, they don't have a lot of stuff on them right now.
So the leader was pretty clear.
Pretty
The one
clear.
I was checking out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so pretty clear. You did get
Then I will get out of here.
spellcasting focus, that kind of stuff, but they were hyper focused on what they were doing, and also had been pulled through the astral sea, so they lost a little bit of stuff. But as you all clamber out of the pit and take a look around, you can see that Evernight's graveyard is similar to Neverwinter's in that there were walls at one point and there were probably catacombs, but all of those things have been dug up and excavated to get at those gloriously juicy bodies and components. Away to the east, through the rubble-broken walls, you can see a fairly lively-looking market stretching on for blocks in the direction. It would be sort of where your patrol area was back in the day when you were doing patrols over there. Tattered canvases and shrouds separate numerous stalls. Feeble moonlight coming down from the southern side, that red glow coming off the lava from the northern side, and a number of torches illuminate the city. Moving about down there, you can see the weirdly shuffled movements of undead with distorted limbs. You can see the proud stride of undead, of a better features. Probably some whites down there looking militaristic, vampires looking a little bit classy. Whole menagerie of different undead moving about. As you kind of come down out of the graveyard, and this is obviously where the dredges of their society must try and harvest. You can see up on the hill where Castle Neverwinter would be, a dark, brooding castle, underlit by the lava. The bridges, horribly pitted from rain, acidic. The town in shambles. But there are people moving about, in quotes. No one that you've noticed that looks alive yet, though. What are you all doing?
I'm wondering why Fortune's running the wrong way.
Fortune went up the closest wall and then out from there.
Do you know much about this place? Talking to our saved prisoner.
Not really. I haven't visited myself. I've done some studies of the plains. Neverwinter and Evernight's relationship, it's fascinated me. I'd hoped to look into it someday, but had not yet. As a servant of Ogma, I dedicate myself to written knowledge. I've studied some maps, of course. That's how I knew of this and of the crevices, but beyond that, I would say lay low. Try not to breathe heavy.
Do you have a map of this place? Or have you seen a map of this place?
I did. I had one in my notes, but they stripped me of them. You didn't happen to come across them.
I start searching through the pile of stuff I took off the dresser.
No. Unfortunately, while you have many notes there, not those notes. Perhaps they would have been dedicated in a library of some sort.
Wow! Only if only we had gone to a mysteriously darkened room at the top of the last map we were in.
If only.
We will get that back. I must see these maps.
Yes, I'm rather fond of them myself. I've always wanted to receive permission to do a map of Neverwinter, but doing Evernight is quite close, you see.
Yeah, it's the same thing except not illegal.
It's a almost perfect workaround. There's some minor changes, some of the bridges are fallen where others are up, and of course there's the lava. But
Is there a Lord Neverember of the undead world?
not to my knowledge. I am
He owes us coin.
Neverember? Well, then all the more reason to return to Neverwinter.
Yes.
I was about to say, I don't think that the whatever lord or lady or whatever have you of this Evernight owes us anything yet. It would be interesting if I could get the comments on record. You have a good idea, Loktar. Let's go visit whoever lords over this place.
Yes.
Let's find some place for all of us to rest up a little. Most of us took a beating, and I'm looking at Loktar.
Why do you look at me?
You definitely held your own against many enemies, and
You look like you're about to bleed out of your nose.
I'm fairly
Possibly
tapped. And I'm fairly tapped on my abilities.
Speaking of abilities, do you have any? And he'll look to the men we just rescued.
Well, if I had my insignia, regalia, my equipment, of course. None of you happen to be a follower of Ogma or have a iconography of him about, do you?
Oh, gods, no.
I actually
That seemed
pull
more
out.
insulting than it needed to be, but
He's
I
You'll get used to
apologize.
it. You'll get used to it.
He's got his head up a certain orifice most of the time, so it's normal.
Well,
I'll
there, take
actually
offense
hand
to that.
him a emblem of Ogma that I carry.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I follow Ogma.
There we go.
Bard.
Absolutely.
And I will give him an arcane focus of Vecna. Here, this might help you too.
Oh, wait, Fortune, can I see that one?
Yeah, there was a couple down there, I believe, too. So
Can I see that one particularly?
yeah, I'll hand him the one. I think I stole off the original leader there before.
Yep.
The one
Okay,
who I
thank you.
left alive.
Little hand
Thank
with
you
an
very
eyeball.
much. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna toss it at the bone whore and say, "All right, that's enough of that, shall we?"
I will
What about
pocket
these
the one
two?
I have.
You can keep those. I just wanted to see if the beast would eat the thing.
It pulls it in, and in a little while, the little hand bones are, in use. It like spits out the eyeball. No bones in there.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping I would actually be able to see. Anyway, let's go about things in a bit more of an orderly fashion, and let's go try and find ourselves some friends in the city of the dead.
Excellent. And as that's being said, Eldon said, "Oh, what good fortune! Well, with this, I can certainly do a bit of help. You look like you could use some healing. Shall I cure you? Who's in the most need?"
Oh, give it to the big man. He needs it more than anyone else.
Is it me?
We have two big men.
Give it to the big men. Split it in half. I don't know how healing works.
Well,
Last time I tried to heal something, I raised a rat.
Yeah, your spells are definitely interesting.
Oh, he was a lovely little fellow. I named him Tom. I hope he's all right.
So Eldon will sort of walk back and forth between Duren and Loktar, like you.
Give it to me.
Oh,
I'm at half. Lokar's at 2/3.
so he'll heal you for 6 points of healing.
What the heck? This guy's crap. We should have left him.
Even
wait,
if you
No, here
medicinal eye.
I could do it again, and then I'll heal
Oh,
you for
don't
11
worry.
more.
Thanks.
Don't worry, little man. I won't let them throw you back in the pit.
No, we get our money for rescuing you. We can't throw him in the pit.
Yes, exactly.
Thank
And then
you.
he'd add more bones to that thing.
Anyway, shall we be going?
Yeah.
As you're sort of making your way
Yes.
out and looking around for a spot to rest and somewhere maybe to lay low, the corpse market itself expands before you, and the reason for the name is because they do a pretty bustling business in corpses. all manner of humanoids just sort of lined up on hooks, waiting for you to peruse and choose. You can see baskets of hands, all left hands, kind of a collection right there. Perfect for your creeping claw familiars, that sort of stuff. You can hear barkers calling out, "So fresh, it's still coughing." All sorts of, sort of enticements in there. You see people kind of moving about, making their selections there. Everybody's sort of, doing their own thing. There's a little band playing off in the distance and some undead sort of shuffling about and kind of a little herky-jerky
Dancing.
dance. Yeah, little dance. Gotta,
You can dance if you wanna.
yeah.
I think Loktar might take on the visage of one of those whites again, because he said some of them are milling about, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of whites moving around over there, checking out, want to get their edgy leathers done up.
The art of blendinery.
Better blendinery.
Also, I think we shall bring along the sweeping woman.
Oh yes, I'm not letting her go. Don't worry.
She might be hard to keep safe, though. She doesn't really have all her faculties. Do the best we can, but our friend here is the priority. And he
I
points to
give
the elf.
I give
and he's the
Fortune a look.
priority.
Yes, keeping her safe. That's what we're doing. And then I'm gonna go back to traipsing through the market.
Sure.
And as the bard said, food is scarce here.
Wait, are we openly just walking through the market?
That was what I
Is
was
that what
about
we're
to
doing?
ask. Are you openly traipsing? Are you drifting on the edges? What's the general attitude?
Fortune was definitely
I
going
have
to
disguise
stealthily.
stuff, so I was gonna say if I need to disguise myself, I can.
Well, what would you disguise yourself as?
An undead.
3 kobolds in a jacket.
Trench coat.
Kobolds and in a ball gown. That's really gonna surprise them.
Oh yeah.
Those of us who can may disguise themselves as undead. The rest may just play dead. We could drag you or carry you over our shoulders.
I'm going to be very honest, Loktar. I probably do more good if I'm just openly myself than anything.
Yes,
I think out of everyone here, I'm probably the most appropriate.
For once, I wholeheartedly agree.
You are still fresh meat, and you seem to just attract danger everywhere you go.
Well,
So,
that's part
be
of our
careful.
lot in life. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. Anyway, does anyone see where I can buy whole skeletons?
Pretty sure three aisles that way.
Oh,
I
lovely.
heard someone say skeleton.
Come on, Raina.
Are there like rooftops enough that Fortune could kind of essentially go along them while sticking with the party stealthily?
Oh yes, so the town is very familiar to you, eerily familiar to you all. It's just that little bit different, like where there used to be a broken door over here, now that one's broken, but this one's intact. Like that building used to be 2 stories, this one's only 1 story, but otherwise, it's the same town, just a little bit off.
Okay.
And as you're sort of moving around and you're asking about the skeletons, a woman calls out to you, Telovere. She says, "Can I get you a cuppa?" And
I
as
think
you
the better question is, a cup of what?
and as she beckons you over, she says, "Well, I'm Singora, proprietor of Singora's Sanguinaries. Um,
Oh, lovely.
depending
like
on
a cup of blood.
Well, it depends on how fresh you are. If you've already taken on, the bite, like my boys here, and she gestures over to a quartet of fairly comely-looking young men who've got that sort of pallor and fang about them. Um, if not, perhaps a little bit of wine. I mean, I do recommend if your master is considering it, get bitten as early as possible. You're never younger than you are today. Trust me.
Yeah, that's a
know.
very, very fair statement. Unfortunately, I'm not really in the market for it at the moment. I have my heart set on other, more esoteric means of immortality, but I do appreciate the offer, and I'll keep you in mind. Now, I'm curious. Do you know, firstly, of anywhere that I could find lodgings for a time?
I do, though if you're asking for something a bit more ethereal or thermal, like directions or knowledge, that's going to cost you a bit. Let's say, 20 gold per question.
How about I make you a better offer?
Oh,
I give you this lovely, facultyless woman in exchange for my questions being answered.
and she sort of looks her over. Give me a quick persuasion check. Make it a 10 or better.
That is a 17.
She sort of like,
I cannot believe we're doing this.
goes over, like gives her a little pinch, checks her out. She says, all right.
I would like to go ahead and take this moment to remind everyone I am in fact lawful evil. So
So
Uh,
Sangora sort of, escorts Reyna in. Reyna seems to have no problem with this. She just starts sweeping in a new spot. Oh, well, she's well trained.
yes, I do recommend not drinking her blood. She's more useful as basically a maid, I think. Personally, I think she may be just a touch out of date for certain habits like yours, but I'd leave it in your discretion. It's your property now. It's all fine.
Well, I appreciate the advice. And the quartet of vampires back there like look at her, like flick off some of the ash that she's covered in, like dust her off a bit, and they seem to be just like, what's this? So questions, a place to stay, that I can certainly arrange for you if you're such a big spender. All how many of you?
Possibly 6 or 7.
Possibly 6 or 7.
It depends on if they all get to the location intact without doing anything stupid, you see.
Well, we could certainly set you up for a little bit of time. Any other needs, special or otherwise?
Oh, yes, a large assortment. A few questions, but the rest you don't have to worry about. Firstly, where can I buy whole skeletons?
Oh, you'll want the Bone Emporium, just 3 stalls
Perfect, thank you.
down. Now that's
lovely.
going to
Bone
be
Zone.
the Bone Zone, other direction. It's really a matter
Right,
of
yes.
whether you're looking for humanoid or other. Bone Emporium, great for humanoids.
Okay.
If you're looking for more exotic, that's where you want to go to the Bone Zone.
Oh, lovely, thank you. Well, I guess my third question so far is, wizards of a living sort, I imagine, are not common around here unless they're of my ilk. And let's not pretend you already know I'm living by the fact that you've offered me wine. So,
Oh yes, and we get your type here from time to time. Living in the area though, I don't think since the Dolendar family. It's been a few decades, maybe a century or so, since they were exiled here. Funniest chaps, always going on and on about portals and such. Knew the world about them, but couldn't use them.
disappointing. Well, I suppose there aren't any around here. Are there any of their undead relatives floating about?
No, they all sadly failed to turn. They're interred in their little mausoleum, the Dolendar family mausoleum. It's a lovely little spot. Just and she gives you little directions to where it is in the cemetery.
Lovely, thank you. Let me think. I have so many questions. I'm trying to organize them. I don't want to take too much of your time, ma'am. You've been more than a pleasure to deal with. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's not often that I get given so generous a gift for such things. Is there anything else I can interest you in? I mean, the blood is very fresh, quite quenching.
Well, if I could safely drink it, I would. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything like that. But I guess it does bring up another question. If I was interested in being bitten and turning, who would I go to for that? There's
Well,
someone who offers it more as a service rather than a sort of hierarchical control, if you understand my meaning.
oh, that's going to be quite the feat. Even I myself, keep them in my employ for quite some time until I'm absolutely certain they're going to be loyal even once released from the leash. It's
A
a
wise and lovely woman. Look at you.
yeah, it's a big risk. turning someone over entirely. Now they'll earn it eventually, but as I was saying, if you're planning on it, start early. Those
Not
grays never
exactly
go
my
away.
thinking.
I know.
Well, don't worry. You don't look a day over 21. I promise you.
Oh, flatterer.
What can I say? Well, if you hear anything, please do keep me in mind. I would appreciate it.
Of course, of course. And she provides you directions to a establishment where you'll be able to sleep if you are able to do so. Um, and the price is fairly reasonable. It's going to be a gold piece for each of you. And the establishment absolutely promises to take no nibbles and for you to wake up with all the same digits that you went to sleep with. And
Then I go for it.
I was going to say, and the party may take the benefits of a long rest should they so choose.
So I'm going to go back. I'm going to thank her. Thank you very much, madam. I will once again thank you so much for your generosity, and please enjoy the gift. Hopefully she serves you well enough. And yes, I will be back to patronize you as soon as I possibly can, the moment I have some free time. You've been lovely.
And she thanks you and sends you on your way with that. The rest of the go ahead.
Oh, just a real quick question while Fortune's essentially kind of seething, but on the roof watching all this happen. He's looking for anyone who's giving extra attention to Telovere, like in the market, who might look like they're kind of eyeing him either as food or for something else.
Sure. Give me a quick, let's call that one an insight check.
Okay.
That's a pretty good insight check. So everybody is interested, but everybody is sort of taking note, giving it that little bit of thought, and then moving on. So living folks around here, you're the only breathing folks in the area, not in a cage about to be sold. And the kind of vibe you're picking up is you wouldn't be here without a reason. So you've kind of seen that same sort of stuff. It's the a person with a clipboard can get through anywhere. You're currently running off of that. They don't know why you're here, so they're assuming you're supposed to be here. You know that doesn't last long, though. You've probably gotten through areas with that particular set. It's part of your expertise in the past. So you've maybe got a day or two of that before they start saying, who's protecting you? Why are you here?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Telovere looks the part, and he's flanked by two large undead, so that might help a little.
As I make my way back to the group, I go, all right, everyone, good news. I have procured us directions to lodgings. And some sundry information. Oh,
I see
bollocks.
you are a little light on companionship coming back.
Do you want the honest answer, or would you like to save your conscience?
Honesty is usually a good thing.
But I'm asking you, would you like to save your conscience, or would you like honesty? Because you can't have both.
Who said I had a good conscience?
He's a bard. He's done some sneaky shit.
Shut up, you.
That's right. I'm undead.
I'm gonna take my staff. I'm gonna whack him on the knee just real quick. Shut up! I didn't raise you to do that. I raised you to be better than that. Don't lip. Well, you see, the price for procuring this information may have been the small business of perhaps offering some compensation in exchange, and it was a little bit unorthodox. Just the sort of business you have down here.
Just out of curiosity, I'm assuming you made a friend in this exchange.
I would like to think so. A lovely woman.
Just out of curiosity, what was her name?
Oh, Sangora.
Sangora? And where did you find her? Just in case, I can at least, if looking for anything, I can at least use your name and she would know that I'm a friend.
She came from Sangora's Sanguinary. It's right down the way. She directed me to several lovely places that I'm going to procure some additional assistance from.
Get that away from us. I see you moving that out of the
Is it
Pay
just
no
walking
attention.
into the market now?
Oh, no,
Is it just joining us in the market?
No. This is for future thing. Pay no attention to the bones. Go on.
Listen, it's sometimes to find a place to lie your head down safely for a few hours, you need to bargain in the illicit slave trade.
I'm just
It's the price you
saying.
pay.
I'm looking. I was just curious to who you made a friend with, in case we need to. Others could talk and barter with them.
Well, yes, it's Angora. It's Angora's Sanguinary. If you want to go, I'll go with you. Don't worry. I want to try the wine that they had there. And I would like to ask Las-Dal and the DM this. Can I make an Arcana check, having seen what I saw,
Okay.
to try and puzzle that out?
Puzzle which part out?
What that could have been. What gave him the ability to walk up that wall like that?
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Lots of things. I mean, there's lots of magic that lets you climb up the wall like that.
Yes, but knowing that I didn't hear any utterances of spells and such.
I would say you could probably.
It's entirely up to Las-Dal if he would like that to be investigated or not.
Go for it.
If that is the case, I rolled a 24 on Arcana to see, so I'm leaving it in the hands of the DM to decide on what comes out of that one.
I would say there's been some hints. You have some suspicions. You would need to probably get some evidence at this point. So you,
Okay, I'm gonna
you definitely have some. Boy, vampires can do that, but so can anybody. So can monks. So can
I'm gonna look at Las-Dal and go, if you want, I'll go with you sometime. A lovely woman, very illuminating, I suppose would be the better word there.
That'd probably be better having you there.
Yeah, yes. Anyway, shall we go? I'd like to visit the Bone Zone on our way there. They apparently have some lovely exotic skeletons.
And as you head like down to the bone zone, they've got like a big elephant skeleton kind of set up. They've got like dinosaur bones from the island of Chult put together wrong. So they've got a brontosaurus. That's the one that
That
doesn't
is a
exist
lovely brontosaurus, my friend.
Now this bone zone.
Well, if everybody just goes there.
Fortune is looking for a way to steal a bone without getting caught, and he's trying to get a lay of the building itself.
Sure. So building might be an overstatement. This is more of an open air bazaar kind of thing. So the bone zone is sort of like almost a garden of these statuary bone pieces set up. So like the stegosaurus head on the brachiosaurus body, which is the brontosaurus thing, is set up there, and it's all kind of curled around. You can see it's kind of wired together and set up. Doesn't look like it's been animated yet. It's held together mechanically at this point. All the pieces are there. They got the your regular horses and that kind of stuff, and they've got some unicorns which look like just horses with a little bit on top. Could be, maybe. So there might be some deceptiveness there. As far as stealing something, there's a lot of watchful eyes about.
Okay.
What are you going for something big, or are you just trying to like pocket a finger?
More like probably like the end of a tailbone.
Okay. I think you could try and pull that one off. Let's say sleight of hand is the thing that you would want to execute this with.
Okay.
And I would say probably 10 and under, bad things happen. 15 and above, you get some stuff. 20 and above, you get exactly what you want, would be my set. I have a feeling you almost can't fail, but we'll give a special failure to if you happen to roll the natural one.
All right.
Your bones get left behind.
Please don't mess us all
Okay.
over in this.
Okay, just the 17.
Just a 17. Okay.
Just a 17.
So you managed to kind of wiggle off like the end tail piece of
Perfect.
one of those odd reptilian skeletons that you've probably heard of such things from the distant Isle of Chult. But I don't know that any of you have ever seen a dinosaur.
No, that's why he's very curious. He's just, this new creature. Why not take a little piece of it? Especially in a place like this where anything kind of goes, so...
Bard, do creatures such as these roam these lands?
Oop, I think the bard may have escaped for a moment.
Yeah, the bard stepped away.
You Bard. the NPC Bard.
Oh, NPC. So he's no. And he's let's say he's a white. He's got kind of a deep, boomy voice, and he's kind of no. Such things have not roamed these lands of Shadowfell ever, to the best of my knowledge. Harvested from the prime material, great expense, spared no expense. Only the best. Only the best. You see, my father used to run a circus. Traveled all about the stuff. Flea circus, very small things. There were really no. And he goes off into the Jurassic Park intro there. But no, these are sourced from the Isle of Chult, in the prime material at great expense. Only for the finest collector, the rarest of necromancers, to install in their most premium of dungeons, castles, abodes. Did your master have something particular they were looking for? This one, of course, would make an excellent guard at the gate. Long neck see over the castle walls. Spot intruders from a distance away. This one, I'm told, is a water-going creature. Despite its head and sort of leggy things, and he's looking at one of the long-necked sea monster Nessie style. I'm told it swims once animated, though I've never seen that myself. It would take quite a master to do this. What sort of budgets are we working with?
I would not budge any of these. I was thinking only of bringing skeletons from the prime material and selling them for profit.
So
we occasionally find ourselves as surplus.
Well, I'm always interested in acquiring new skeletons. Bring them to me first. I'll see you get a good deal. The fresher, the better. We can always sell the meat off at some of the discount meat markets. No need for you to go to all the trouble of deboning, flensing. Not sure what the word is for that one.
Butchering.
Butchering, sure. just bring them our way. Now we don't deal with anything as pedestrian as humanoid, goblinoid, that sort of thing. Only the biggest and the best here at the Bone Zone.
I'm gonna step forward at this point, like tap Loktar back a little bit, like thank you. A question for you, good sir.
Yes.
Do you have a Minotaur skeleton about?
Yes, he does.
How much would you want for it? What would be the price to add that to my collection?
Oh, a Minotaur, you say? Oh, they're not entirely rare, so I think I could let it go for, let's say, 250 gold.
I see. Well then, perhaps I shall come patronize you tomorrow once I have completed my business here.
Always eager to see you.
I believe it will be. Very well. I leave you to your business. And I'm going to shuffle back off. And I love how I'm still caked in mud and ash and everything, just kind of walking about.
And I'm impressed at digitation. I look good.
Yeah, me too. I got the sweep of a lifetime, baby.
You're all swept up.
I get her a gold piece.
Before she was traded off.
Hey, listen, it was a perfectly valid trade that needed to happen. Okay.
Hey, I'm not
It was
not bashing you on that.
20 gold a question, and you asked 2.
I asked 4. Okay, thank you very much.
Her
No,
life was only worth 80 gold.
Technically, I think on average that's like 8 times what most normal humanoids go for. But yeah.
I wonder what Neverember may have given us for her.
Televere's like checking the market price.
Pardon me, just gotta do some calculations here. Like I have one of the little abacuses. I click, 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 click. About 8 times.
Yeah. And so you continue your movement about, and at some point, I assume, get that long rest in.
Yes.
And then,
So we can take our long rest now?
yeah,
Hit the
absolutely.
button?
Yep, you can go ahead and hit the button.
Just real quick, Fortune would kind of talk with everyone. It looks like everyone here is giving us a wide berth, kind of assuming that we belong here. But past experience tells me that will only last so long. So right now we're okay, but eventually everyone's going to get curious as to what we're doing here and why we're still here if we remain too long.
And
Understood.
Eldon sort of doubles back on that. He's like, yeah, we really need to find our way out of here. Has anyone heard anything about a crevice of dusk that we could use?
Yeah, and has anybody even asked about a crevice?
Actually, yes.
What'd you
I
find out
did-
about the crevice?
I heard it may not be a crevice, but I heard the word portals mentioned. With someone like the Dol Guldur family or whatever. They have some catacombs. Yes, them. Thank you. How did you know? Whatever. They
Rooftop.
have some catacombs and stuff over there, and we can go there. They're all dead, and I don't mean that in the manner of dead as most of the city is dead, but dead is in the fact that they're all laying in coffins and dead. So they are apparently, were apparently experts with portals and such magics. So if there's anywhere that we could go that we could possibly find a way out, it would be their place. And yes, before you ask, I did get directions.
I wonder if we were to procure this world's Delvin and bring him back, would that please the ranger?
I'm pretty sure not, because I don't think they have a Delvin here.
Yeah, I believe he's still himself. He's not going to have some doppelganger here formed. He's
So
still
that is a-
him.
That is a
Yeah.
very interesting idea.
But we saw, or maybe we didn't. Did you all see the nodes of kind of like light that seemed to lead to one
Node?
central point from the cults? It just
Fortune.
instinctively gave that vibe.
Fortune, be a dear. Don't say that out loud.
Well, this is when we're in the like,
I'm aware.
and I'm
Don't say that.
whispering this.
Don't say that out loud, Fortune. There are
It's
too
true.
many. There are too many ears in this place, and too many people who would love to know that.
You wouldn't
eyes
consider that a
in them.
secret, would you?
I possibly would. So let's not try and spread
Fortune is
that around
really
too far.
pondering about releasing a secret into the world.
Perhaps let's not reveal that fact, since we're seeming to be the only ones who saw that, besides the Vecna cultists.
Besides them, yes, but what if everyone knew something was going on?
They'd probably run us out of town, and that's being incredibly generous and assuming the best of their generosity. More likely, we'd end up in their flesh markets.
I'm not saying we have to do it here.
That's great and all. Let's not do it in the city full of undead.
Fair.
Can we agree on that at least?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I will tell you now, if you ever try to barter with a person who still has some form of sentience about themselves, I will throw a dagger in your back.
She didn't have any sentience left.
That's the only reason I'm not complaining too much. I don't think she's ever going to recover. So
I was about to say, judging by what we've seen so far of our good friend Ranger's brother,
he's gotten better. He's
yes,
not
but you
great,
have to
but he's
you have
still
to
there.
remember, he escaped. She did not.
Yes, that's why I
And-
didn't say anything about you getting rid of her. But
And
I'm telling
for-
you where the line is, and the line
Also,
is sentience people.
I don't worry. I won't. I'll need an exact definition of sentience, but yes, I can agree there that no more sentient beings.
Yes, somewhere else we can
Yeah.
have that tea and we can
Can
talk
we-
about the line there. Sure.
Can
Well,
we
there-
can we
there
agree
is
on
a-
Can we agree on goblins and orcs as a non-sentient or at least semi-sentient species?
Well, semi-sentient would still be sentient.
So we
But
can trade
yes.
Locktar.
No, Locktar's a perfectly intelligent being, if not a little challenged at times. Also,
Some
I,
goblinoids are more sentient than others. I will agree.
well, I'm not talking about hobgoblins or bugbears. I'm talking about goblins. Does anyone here really have a desire to keep goblins about?
Las-Dal is just doing this.
Well, when we were traveling, we did have that one goblin merchant who was fairly, well, not helpful or trustworthy, but he was
suck the-
sentient.
You're worse than a banshee. You suck all the fun out of everything. Fine, no more bartering sentient beings of any sort.
Thank you.
Now, was that hard? So hard?
Yes.
Because there's a fine line between being a hero and being a monster. And which side of the line do you want to be on?
That
I
entirely
believe you
depends
know
on,
that.
Why not
And-
both?
that entirely depends on the objective stance that you take and who you speak to. Because I imagine that the cultists assume that we're monsters, but the people of Neverwinter would assume we're heroes. So, like, you have to imagine. You have to also think about the objectivity of viewing your heroes and what makes a hero and what defines the normalcy of it. What did I just say? Anyway,
You're trying to give too many views and word yourself into a sounding right. Good job.
thank you. I
You-
appreciate that.
And as the time passes for the party and you're kind of waiting for that like dawn or time to, kind of start moving, you realize that it just doesn't change here. It's always that fiery glow from the lava, that moonlight coming in. So you've gotten your rest, but your internal clocks are going a little bit screwy with you at the moment. The undead don't seem to need to stop for anything, so they just keep going about their day all day, every day. The beds that you use don't look like they've been laid down in years. So, you had to knock off several inches of ash and dust to get into there, but you did get your rest. With the information that you've gathered and the occasional, bone, are we heading to that catacomb that you've had described to you, or where are we headed now?
After we wake up, I want to do something.
Sure.
Montgomery, Telovere. I'm gonna take the scroll pretty much and lay it down. This is something that I would say is more for a wizard and probably more of Telovere's taste of spellcasting. This was on the wall. Looks like it's meant for a decently leveled spell, but not my taste for casting.
And as you roll out basically the big curtains in and amongst the pictures of ghouls feasting upon people, is the 6th level spell something 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 that I told you last time, and my brain is
Circle of
escaping me
Death?
now. Circle of
Yeah.
Death. Thank you.
I'll point out the verbiage for them, which I saw in there.
So you can transcribe this into your spell books from here if you choose. It is effectively one of his pages of his spell book.
I would, but I am not high enough level to cast it. So
You have it available to you in super portable giant tapestry form. With that said, anything else?
I have one question, and this would be pre-rest, just
Sure.
before we took it. Could I procure 4 skeletons? 5 skeletons? 4 or 5? Hold on, I'm double checking one thing. It would be
10 gold per humanoid skeleton.
Oh, it's a steal. Or it
I'll give
sounds
you I'll
cheap,
give you
I don't know.
5 per skeleton.
I'm pretty sure I said it was 10.
I'll give you okay, fine.
Oh, I'll lend you some gold.
Should have brought somebody with a silver tongue and knows how to haggle.
Well, that also would include me having to go to the morality police and talk. That next you'd be telling me that I can't buy these bones because I'm
I'm
desecrating
totally
a
okay
grave.
with that. I don't care about graves. Graves are fine. How much do you need to have the money for the 5 skeletons?
If you just give me 25 gold, I'll be fine. I'll pay the rest.
Okay. That leaves me with 3, but I am willing to do that.
And you-
So
Alright,
I
then.
can do 25 gold, so you have the full 50.
Cool.
You get 5 human skeletons in good condition.
Yep, I'm going to rest cast and do animate dead at 5th level.
Sure,
So I can resurrect, and I'm going to resurrect 5 skeletons.
sure.
So I leave it up to you on how you want to do that for combat if we have any more.
Bloop, bloop.
Anyway.
Impressive.
Oh, thank you. I figured it would help us look the part a little bit more if we had a more armored vanguard to take with us.
I'll be on the roofs. And then he just goes out the window.
Okay, bye.
Fortune, before you depart,
Yes.
would you be able to activate your mind link so that we may communicate?
I can do that. Is there... I've been choosing this at random, essentially. Is there anyone who thinks they don't need to be part of this? Because I can get everyone but one of you. I guess we have this other guy here, too. I will include him here, so I need 2 of you to opt out, or I will just pick at random.
I'll opt out.
Okay.
I
I'll
quite
opt
enjoy
out.
our conversations.
Okay. So I'll do the sonic whispers on Montgomery, Duren, Loktar, and I'm forgetting his name at the moment, but our new accompanying companion.
Yeah, you gonna trade him off too?
Yes, if I have the chance.
He absolutely will not, as he said.
I'd prefer you not.
He seems at least semi-ascension.
And that would be Eldon. No problem.
Eldon. Yes. So I will do that, and this will last for 6 hours. So that should be pretty good. It works for within a mile. So if we leave a mile or
Wow.
change planes, that would interrupt it.
Dang, that's great.
And then he will kind of scurry up to the roofs to take his vantage point and follow along with the party.
Sounds good. Any other preparations I should be aware of?
Looking undead.
All right. And then off to the catacomb?
Yes. We can finally get off to the catacomb, DM.
It's our only lead.
And so, having only one lead, in the upper left-hand corner
Oh god.
of this particular map,
It followed us.
It anticipated our moves. It's a chess master.
a roof supported by stone pillars extends from the Dolendar tomb into the weedy yard of uneven earth. The stone door to the tomb is engraved with the word Dolendar above it. Moving about the area is that assembly of bones. Occasionally it stops by the Dolendar door and sort of moves across it, leaving scratch marks and debris. As it circles around, something inside there is what it wants. You're viewing this from a distance, you can see that from, several hundred feet away. You've got your 5 skeleton companions, you've got Eldon along with you. What are you doing with this situation?
I mean, I guess we're gonna have to fight this thing.
We could try to slip past it as well.
Look how big
the
it is.
five-
You can do go between its legs. I'm 8'2".
That's
And
true.
It seems to be wanting to go where we are trying to go. I don't think we're going to be lucky and get past it twice.
Telovere, are your skeletons not just going to be sucked into this thing?
I have not the foggiest. I wish I'd realized this thing was going to be here sooner, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's possible.
Have we gotten some idea of how fast it moves? Or would we have any way of knowing that?
As it is circling the entryway, you would say it's covering about 20 feet. So maybe about a third to a fourth of what you're able to move.
I believe we may be able to kite this abomination.
I could lure it away and slip into the shadows, ideally, and get away from it.
I
Might
want to
work.
hit it with some divine smites.
You want to kill him. I'm also okay with that. Though we don't know what else lies in that tomb. But I mean, as Telovere said, it should be pretty clear. Just family of people who knew portals and never were able to get out of here.
I didn't say it would be clear. I just said they were the best option for finding portals. They may have also been a family of necromancers, but hey, it's a small thing. They're all necromancers down here.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're all necromancers here. And so,
If one of our
I say let's go,
brawlers
baby.
wants a little edge in this fight, I can make you invisible for about a minute while you beat on this thing.
Right, but don't we become not invisible the moment we hit it?
No, I'm using greater invisibility.
You see a
Oh, well,
that's
tail
why it's a
wagging
minute.
in the distance.
Speaking of that, is it dark? Or is it what's the lighting situation like
it's
in this place?
always dim here. There is no
Yeah.
day, there is no night. There's just that moonlight to one side, fiery glow of the lava to the other. A little
But
too
yes,
bright
if
for
you-
you to sleep. Not quite bright enough to read.
And if you want to hold on to your invisibility for now, maybe we won't need it for this thing.
If that's
Make me invisible. I want invisibility. I've been traveling with a paladin and a barbarian. They're my favorite company, and also a wizard. But he was
You mean
only
a
there for part of it.
paladin and a one of everything?
And a one of everything. But neither of them can grant me the one thing I seek: invisibility.
stay
Hell-
close to me until the fight begins. Then it
Elevator
doesn't
just looks
last
really
long.
sad at what you just said.
You weren't traveling with me. You and Las-Dal weren't traveling with me at the time. Don't be hurt.
It's hard not to be hurt with statements like that.
Wow,
Just can it.
I'm impressed. I thought you had one feeling left. That looked
A
like the second.
necromancer. I'm a necromancer, not a monster. Thank you very much.
And so
The jury's still out on that one.
Yeah.
plan for battle is what?
Smash.
Once the battle starts, I will turn Fortune invisible with greater invisibility.
All right. Go ahead and roll yourselves into turn order.
Sit here.
Ooh, nice.
Oop,
Never
what's going on with
great.
roll 20 over here? There we go. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and...
Sorry, Fortune, this is the one time I rolled poorly.
Well, you don't have to wait till combat starts. Or you said it lasts a minute.
It lasts 1 minute.
I guess I had unchecked my token before I rolled.
Oh, no problem. Where you at? Montgomery, there you are.
Nice natural 20.
Add you to the turn, and...
Feels
22.
appropriate here.
So it's going to be
Yeah.
Montgomery leading us off. No, sorry, Televere's still leading us off with a crazy 26. Televere,
Plus 7 to initiative.
there you go.
Um,
Are you doing anything?
I'm once again probably not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to try and wait. Let someone else take lead here.
All right.
One thing I do want to note real fast.
Mhm.
The skeletons do have plus 10 to their overall health because of the necromantic thralls or undead thralls perk.
Okay.
Nice.
You
So
should
they
be
have
able.
23 each.
You should be able to control them. So feel free to add more hit points to them.
Perfect. Thank you.
You got it.
Just want to make sure.
Montgomery.
So what's the plan?
We can
Kill
wait
it!
for us to strike first, and then you can go, or if you want to lead the charge here with a spell. Right now, it doesn't know we're here.
I guess I will wait.
All right.
See what you guys do.
Could
Loktar.
Loktar and I essentially move first together, since we share the initiative here, in the
Yep.
sense that we both take our advantage attacks from before this thing even knows we're here?
Sure. And then Loktar, Fortune, which would you like to go?
Don't get big. Rogak,
Big.
give me strength.
Rogak
And,
smash.
move up within 20. I don't know if that works, but and start hucking the.
And then throw in some daggers. So just like your maul spinning at it, some daggers flying at it suddenly.
Sure.
Actually, I might as well move up and actually smack it instead of throwing, because I can use it reckless. There we go.
Yeah, you're stepping on Telovere right now.
It's okay. My feelings can't be crushed more than Fortune already did.
18 does hit for 20 points of damage by the time you're done. 23 points of damage by the time you're done. And that is acidy damage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Acid works.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, nuts.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a necromancer right now, doesn't it?
Well, it's a good thing I didn't invest everything into necromantic damage. Just don't
Followed up
expect
by
miracles.
22 points of damage. That all works. Anything else for you, Loktar? Oh, that's right. We got one more.
That's the third. And they're all
Uh,
+2, so I guess a +6 overall.
You got it. That's a lot of damage. Skeleton pieces flying everywhere, melting away, but there is a lot of bone mass left. Loktar, anything else?
Move away. Keep it at arm's length. Is this? I hope this isn't a wall behind us here.
No. You got open space behind you, but for map reasons, it stops there.
Yeah.
Fortune, what do we got?
So I accidentally rolled at the same time. I can roll
Oh.
again if you'd like. It was a 28.
Where'd it go? 28. Got it. That hits.
Perfect. I'm going to assume I get the sneak attack on that.
You do.
So a total of 21 psychic damage.
Good damage. Psychic works.
And then he's going to essentially hide next to Las-Dal,
Okay.
excited for invisibility.
Sounds good. That's going to bring up the bone swarm. The bone swarm will begin moving in your all direction. Montgomery, Telovere, were you actually the ones left out in front at this point?
I don't think we ever talked about a
Okay.
marching order, so
Go
I'm
ahead and
assuming yes.
Go. So it just sort
I
of
wouldn't think we would lead off like that.
dashes up and just starts to surround you all. Bones are swarming in and around all about you. However, no action because it had to rush to get you into its bony embrace. Duren.
Alright, I'm gonna come around the side. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna attack. And I'm also gonna do a 3rd level Divine Smite.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this bad boy.
27's a good hit. Good
So
start.
11 plus 9 smite. So 2 plus 2. plus 1. So it's 5d8 holy or
Good
radiant
hit.
damage. And then
32 there, and
let's do it again.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay. Divine Smite. Okay. Okay, so that one is 31 damage. So 32 plus 31, I've done 63 damage to it.
Yeah, just bones flying everywhere, but they're pulling themselves back together even as they're being blasted apart.
No! That's all I'm doing. No idea. Actually, that's a lie. I lied.
Okay.
I lied. I'm gonna, just to have it on me, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Sure. Boop whoop. Las-Dal.
I'm going to put my hand on Fortune's shoulder and say, good luck, as I cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So for 1 minute, no matter what you do, as long as I keep concentration.
Fortune
And
is ninja.
knowing I need to keep concentration and seeing him start to swarm Montgomery and Telovere, I'm going to move myself back some. And I will give Telovere Bardic Inspiration.
Sounds good.
Work
I
your
appreciate it.
necromantic magic on this thing. Prove us you can.
Turn it into a dinosaur!
I wish I could.
Is the bone in my pouch trying to join this thing?
It is. You're getting a little like you're pitching a little tent in your pouch there.
Oh,
Pull it tight as possible.
In the bone zone, if you will.
Yeah, I figured Telovere would be the only one pitching a tent here.
Did your skeletons go or no? Did they get to?
They're about to. Telovere and skeletons.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right, is my go?
You go.
All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use a bonus action to Misty Step. And I'm gonna Misty Step over to here. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to go, necromantic magic won't work here. And I'm going to cast at 5th level Chromatic Orb. I'm choosing fire for it. So
Okay.
this is a ranged spell. So let's see. That is a 19.
That is a 19. 19 hits.
All right.
And it's good that Loktar is 10 more feet that way.
That is 30 damage.
That is 30 fiery damage. Fire is good.
That was why I backed up so far. It wasn't a cowardly movie, though it kind of looked like it.
Mhm.
Listen, I could have done a lot worse, but I didn't want to hit Montgomery in the middle of it because all my stuff has a splash. So, and I'm going to move my skeletons, and I believe they have a movement of 30 feet.
Mhm.
I'm going to do this little number.
Oh.
I don't want to. I can't make it there. Oh, I
Find a
can't even make it.
castle.
Can't even make it that one. We're going to do that. And that is my turn.
Sounds good. Montgomery.
I guess I'm gonna I'll cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. That's a dexterity check, eh?
That is a dexterity check, yes.
It's weirdly good at those. All the bones just scatter and then form back up once it passes.
Okay, well he still takes five damage from it.
Oh, that's right.
cantrip
got it.
blaster or whatever it was. I forgot the exact term.
Montgomery,
I can
anything
look that up.
else?
No, I'll
There's-
just wait to see who he attacks.
It is like striking at the wind.
Yeah, I don't wanna invoke a attack of opportunity.
Loktar.
Right. Just chop some more.
Potent
17.
cantrip, that's what it's called.
Excellent. You're doing reckless?
Yes.
Okay. 17 hits. 13 points of damage is damage.
All right.
Still got a bit more left. 15 does not hit.
Oh.
25 hits.
And 14 there. And the first was 15 because of the +2.
You got it. It is not dead
Yeah.
yet. It's not on blinking 1 hit point, but it's really close. Loktar, anything else? And
Move up
Loktar,
by
you are
then.
attacking from 15 feet away, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 15 on my turn, 10 not on my turn, which is why I didn't do the opportunity attack when he didn't go within 10 last time.
No
All right,
problem.
that's good.
Fortune the Invisible.
Loktar, you hit him hard. I hit him precise. I don't know how that works, but kind of run around his back and then huck the. Oops, it should be with advantage. Thankfully, I'll just roll it a second time.
Yep. 18 does
18
hit.
Okay. And we are invisible, so 21 psychic damage.
21 psychic damage. You need to show me 4 more points to kill him off.
Well, then he is going to die as he chucks the other psychic dagger with his bonus damage for 6 psychic damage.
Oh, that will do. And so, it falls dead.
Oh my god.
The little bones rattling against Montgomery's ankles and brushing against Duren, but eventually the necromantic energy dissipates and fades away. Well done burst damaging that down. It had a nasty attack. And
Thank
so,
God it had to dash that first turn.
yep. And so we are left with the entrance to the Dolendar tomb. The door is open.
And Fortune's going to kind of dash ahead a bit here with his invisibility while he's got it.
Oh,
He got
So I guess down the stairs here, but I'll let you
Sure.
introduce the area.
you got it. You can go ahead and dash down the stairs as you do. What we're going to see is the tomb is made of old, durable stone. The portico outside and the other areas are pitted from the acidic rain. But as you open that door and go to dash inside, you are just hit with an absolute air of loneliness and abandon and isolation. You almost have trouble thinking about your companions as other people. They're just distant specters as you descend down into the tomb. The tomb itself is dark. No trouble for your cat-like visions, but others might need some help. Descending down, you can see that there are upright slabs set into the walls of a large burial chamber. Each slab is carved with the faded likeness of different robed human above an indecipherable writing. One of the slabs, however, in the southwestern area, has a piece of paper stuck to it.
You said in the southeast area?
Southeast. My east-west went stray on me here. This one.
as everyone's heading in front of Las-Dal and our new friend. I'm just chatting up our friend, trying to draw information out of him, like what he could know of the area. any other information.
And he's trying to sort of give you a little bit of an information dump, but he's I haven't heard of the Dolendars. I mean, being a family exiled here hundreds of years ago, I would imagine mages of some sort. To exile, they probably did something wrong, but I have no real knowledge as to what. Did you feel that? As he and kind of as he gets close to, it's just odd in here.
It's crippling loneliness. I'm sure many of us have experienced it here.
Speak for yourself.
I am mostly speaking for myself.
No, I was in prison for 100 years, so I got the crippling loneliness.
And
I
then
was speaking for you a little bit too.
and you know
I'm
what's
lonely now.
what might be even worse than that is Duren's now talking to no one as Fortune's invisible, running ahead, talking back at him.
We're telepathic.
Telepathic.
That's true. We do have the telepathic speaking, and that includes the guest NPC.
Sure.
So, and like I said, that's only a minute, so I don't know how far he will actually get being invisible.
Yeah, and at this point, he's going to be a bit more careful about running forward, but he will still move ahead, essentially along the south wall here a bit, checking his steps carefully as he moves across before the others jump down here, essentially.
Sure. Sounds good. And as you get down there, what you're going to be able to see is that piece of paper posted up on that stone. The rest are obviously epitaphs or notices as to who's there, but it's been worn away by time. But boy, it would be helpful if I could see the page that I'm looking for right now.
So none of them really have like text on them. It's all kind of worn to the point of not being legible.
Yeah, the text is worn to the point of no longer being there. Excuse me, my roll 20 has absolutely betrayed me.
It sensed the ass kicking that we gave that bone swarm and refuses to cooperate anymore.
Yeah,
But
it has grown grumpy. 1 second here as we get back to what I need.
Hux is right, though. You do have all the bones you could possibly want now, Telovere.
Well, I'm not down there, so I don't have the psychic thing, so I can't hear you.
No, I just meant from the Bone Daddy who just got destroyed with, a couple hundred
yes,
bones.
That's true.
That's true.
If only I had known that, I wouldn't have wasted money on it. Oh well.
Absolute flood of bones up there. So that last piece of paper that you're now standing in front of, Fortune, has written on it the word Newmy's room. Newmy. Newmy.
Newny.
Newmy.
Oh, and My.
My.
And then in the psychic whispers to our NPC friend. Did I not write his name down? I'm a terrible NPC friend.
Eldon.
Eldon. I'm a terrible friend of NPCs. I will ask him. The name Newmy probably doesn't mean anything to you, but just in case.
No, not that I'm aware of. And right about this time, I'm going to say that your invisibility is about to wear off. Are you good being there while your invisibility does?
Let me roll an intelligence check here. I want to know if he's actually like smart enough to time this very precisely. So yeah, I'm going to say he is going to be in front of that as in reading the note as the invisibility wears off.
Sure. As that invisibility wears off, a ghostly figure pops their head out through that stone right into your face, stares you directly in the eyes, and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there."
Oh no, that was all me. I apologize. I'm the one intruding here.
Well, I mean, welcome. Welcome to the Dolendar tomb. If I knew you were coming, I'd put on a kettle. But I do hope you enjoy your stay. Is there anything I can do for you?
Would you be Numi perchance? Assuming since there's a note that does say it's your room.
I am. I'm the caretaker of the Dolendar tomb.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. We were kind of just coming to, I mean, possibly talk to any of the Dolendars if they were wandering around. But if you're the keeper of the tomb, then if you don't mind our company, we were hoping to learn a little bit more about them.
Oh, well, I'm happy to have you here. The Dolendars hired me, ages ago, to look after the place for them. Paid in advance. Very lovely family. A bit lonesome, but ever since they've been interred, um, they've been mostly keeping to themselves, quiet. Um, Oh, the gentleman in the room just over there, and she points to the door in the northeast corner. Um, they're a little grumpy at the moment, a little out of sorts. So I haven't been in there to clean in a little while. I'd leave them be until their tempers settle.
You know how long their temper usually flares? Is it a couple decades, days, minutes?
Oh, time passes a bit differently down here. I would say, probably within a century or two.
Okay. Hopefully we do not have to interrupt his mood then. I hope you don't mind. I have some other friends who should be right behind me as well.
Oh,
Roughly
of
7
course.
of us with a couple skeletons. Are you okay with skeletons?
Oh, of course, they're welcome, so long as they don't make a mess.
I will ensure they don't. And then I'll kind of look for people to be coming down the stairs around this point. Who comes down the stairs? In what order?
Who does?
Loktar's lurking in the shadows.
He's just a friggin' giant walking around in here.
No, he'd be regular size again as well.
Me and my horde are kind of waiting for people to move out of the door area, so I don't crowd anybody.
You definitely make yourself a gracious host, Numi. It's wonderful to meet you.
Well, I do try. They did pay me quite well to, keep the tomb up for them. For their visitors, they always wanted to have more company, but sadly, it just wasn't to be.
Please, I hope this isn't rude for me to ask, but there is a kind of sense of loneliness just from the very entering of the tomb. Is that something coming from you, or is that something that's affecting you and something we could help you with?
Oh, I mean, I haven't really noticed it, and she sort of gives her head a little shake there. She's got frizzy blue hair, like it's kind of wisping out away from her as she fades there. She's got a body type that you'd say she's probably elven. So the hair was probably that color even before she died. About 5 foot tall as she's sort of makes her way out and sort of stands beside you. Her pale skin, you can see kind of the veins showing through it with her sort of translucent nature. No, hadn't really noticed it.
It might just be the kind of. I mean, you said they were wanting guests, and that might be the feeling of not having enough guests.
I would think
Las-Dal.
so. Good.
Las-Dal starts singing, "One is the loneliest number." Quietly.
And
He's got a lovely voice. Usually he belts it out a bit louder than this, but hope quiet seems appropriate for a tomb generally.
yeah, and it's that feeling of isolation. I would say Lost Doll, you're used to getting attention. Like even when you want to kind of keep it subtle, people pay attention. It just feels like you're singing to an empty room. Like the acoustics, it's just your voice echoing back at you. And even
Mhm.
when Fortune made comments about it, could have been talking about anybody.
Okay. Are there
You
any
said-
markings or anything on the walls, or
So the tombs had markings on them and sort of engravings to show the person's face, but it looks like over the years dusting after dusting after dusting, the stone's just sort of worn away to an illegible. Yes, that was once a humanoid body engraved there, and that was probably letters, but they've all worn out to the point where it's just kind of a figure eight for almost everything.
Is everyone down here then? I think so at this point.
I think everybody's come down.
Everyone, meet Numi. She's the kind of caretaker hired a long time ago by the Duren family.
Are you undead?
I am. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Lovely undead though. Like, yeah, I love your hair and your look. Your clothes are just, they look nice.
I try. I have gone a bit out of fashion, but they say it's cyclical. So, every 30 or so years I come back into fashion.
That's convenient. You don't have to buy new clothes. You just wait for time to bring it back to you.
Do you get a chance to visit the town much?
Oh, no, I don't really go out much anymore. I've got so much to do here.
What do you do here?
Oh, I clean. There's always ash coming in. It gets everywhere. So always a bit of sweeping, a bit of dusting, polishing.
Do you need help with anything while we're here? I mean, if we're going to hopefully find a little information, it would be only polite that we help. And, kind of like look. He won't look at anyone in particular because you said that this area kind of has that feeling where it could be about anyone. So his eyes kind of look back for a moment, and then he just looks forward again at her.
No, I don't really need much help. Just try not to make a mess. Pay your respects and.
We will definitely do that. You did mention tea before, and I'll kind of mention that to the room in general.
Oh, yes. Would you like some?
I would personally love some. I don't know about the others here, but
Oh, of course. And you can see she turns about and she goes to start preparing some tea.
I would love some tea.
we
And-
have 2 for tea.
2 for tea. Excellent. And she sets up, a little tea service area, and she pulls out a little pot and lights a little fire under there and puts that on top, pours a little bit of water in, and then she fills the tea strainer with dust. It's just dust. They might once have been tea leaves, but it is just tea dust at this point. She still scoops it in, kind of makes the little tea bag, puts it down in there. You're almost certain this is going to kill you if you drink it, and then she starts making the tea.
How long have you had those tea leaves?
Oh, they've been aging for quite some time.
They may have entered old age and possibly, fertilizer age. Do we have any fresh tea? If that's not too rude to say to you.
Oh, no, this is what I had put aside for guests. I suppose it has been a while. Did you bring any yourself?
Telovere is going to reach in his bag and he's going to pull out 2 boxes of tea that he just keeps on him because he is an avid tea drinker.
Really? Okay.
You can take your pick.
Sir, you are great.
You can keep 1 box here if you wish, ma'am.
And she'll take that. She'll empty out the strainer and she'll start making up some tea. The water boils, and that's probably good because this has been stale water for a while. But as it boils, and then she pours the tea, it's a serviceable tea.
Let's take a moment to smell it and enjoy it.
You'll sit down. You can see the ash filtering down from the opening outside. Everything's just a little bit quiet in here. You feel very, very alone. She hands you the little tea set.
Thank you very much. Kind of a little cheers to Montgomery and to Numi. Give it a quick sniff just to verify that this will still be okay with the being in a new area. But it seemed like with his tea and some boiled water, it should be okay.
Should be fine. And I'd say as you kind of lifted up your tea, there was just a weird pause between it. Like Montgomery, it seemed like Fortune like lifted and took it down before you could respond. Fortune, it seemed like Montgomery just like grudgingly offered it too late. It wasn't a cheers at the same time sort of event, and that sort of presence is there, just making everything just a little bit off.
I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't awkward of me to just suddenly put my cup in the air. To no one in particular.
I'm just enjoying the
Not at all.
tea. I didn't sniff it or didn't check it or anything, by the way, either. I just drank it.
Sure.
Muni, is it?
New me.
New me.
New me.
Yes. Should you seek new employment, I heard you complaining about your current master earlier and his temper.
Oh no, the Dolendar family paid me quite well. It's just some of them have gotten a bit raucous, so we're giving them some time to cool down. But the rest of the tomb I'm keeping in spit spot shape.
I see. Well, Telovere, the one with the T. I would suggest you, if you are in the market for a new master, perhaps. He has references, as you can see.
Oh, well, I'll certainly look him up when I go into the market. I think my contract still has a few centuries on it.
And then
He has
kind of
recently lost a maid.
Oh, how terrible!
I was just thinking
Televere's
how
going to
helpful
look.
she'd be here.
Televere's actually going to look
Lost
a little
is-
bashful and go, "Yes, it was an unfortunate event, one I regret humbly."
Do you? Don't lie.
Yes, a
I
little bit
must
actually.
confess, I felt neither one way or the other about it until I reached this place, and suddenly I miss her.
If it's not a bother, would it behoove us to offer some of our tea to your master as well?
Oh, I don't see that it would hurt.
I I suppose introductions would be in order just to ensure he does not have strangers in his tomb. Her tomb, their tomb,
There too.
their tomb. I see. If you would be so kind as to introduce us, it would be appreciated. Unless that you simply believe that they would not wish to meet guests.
Oh, well, I can certainly announce you.
If you believe that is best.
And she'll head over to the northeastern door, and she gets your names, at least the names that you offer, and then she'll go ahead and open that door. It leads to a short stairway leading down from this area to a flight of stairs. You can see that within that area there is someone sitting against a cracked sarcophagi.
Mhm.
The being that is down there seems to have almost spider-like appendages growing out from their body, each tipped in a sort of pointy spear-like area. There's 4 coming out sort of symmetrically, another sort of stuck out down the side. It's just hunched over. It's got its talons sort of pointed down amongst itself. It looks like a sad, dead spider just leaned up against the sarcophagi. Yumi says, announcing Telovere and friends. She gives a little rest. Here to pay you visit. There's just sort of a sad sort of gurgling sound coming up from that area, but no movement.
Televere is going to move up closer and be like, "Would you care for some tea? I've brought some as an offering. I would very much like to make your acquaintance, sir or madam."
The being sort of stirs, like those arms shift a little bit, and there's a little more gurgle, but you can't tell if that's just it moving or if that's actually in response to you.
If you would be kind enough, I will bring you a cup if you so wish. If you feel as though not able to vocalize a response, a single tap would for yes, two for no would suffice if that is more attuned to your liking.
And the feeling of this tomb is just pressing down on you. It feels like you're just speaking to nobody.
I'm going to bring you a cup. And I'm going to turn back and like just kind of motion for a cup of tea.
And Yumi goes and gets a cup of tea and offers it out to you.
I take it. I'm like, thank you.
Yep.
I looked back at the others and I mouth, if I do, and I mouth, please don't leave me. And then I walk through the door.
Wait, who's that?
Not sure.
Well, we shouldn't leave them, whoever they are.
Hello, sir. Would you like? I've brought you a cup of tea.
So a hint has appeared on screen.
Oh no.
Please go ahead and roll yourselves into initiative.
Oh,
I should have guessed. This is what I get for trying to be a good guy. See, guys, this is what happens.
I was fully with you, though. If we could make his friend, that would have been very cool. I'm more worried about Yumi's
Oh, thank God.
sensibilities.
that's the initiative I've gotten the entire time.
Loktar, you're not still big, are you?
No.
Okay, take you back down to normal size.
I accidentally did not click my token, but
Oh.
it should be an 8 for my initiative.
Where'd you go, Fortune? There you are.
It's that invisibility marker. You can't see me.
So sneaky.
But you can be seen.
Now you can be seen.
I was trying to figure out how to remove it.
All can be seen in the eyes of Helm. Because we are, of course, agents of Helm, guys.
You are
For
Helm!
Helm!
For Helm!
It's gonna be really awkward when we meet real agents of Helm.
Well,
It's
you
gonna
know
be
what they
awkward
say.
when
If
you
you
meet the
can't...
agents, it's gonna be awkward when you meet Helm. Loktar. You can hear from that room as Telovere moves forward with that teacup, just an absolute howl gurgling up from the belly of this thing. It is a mixture of rage and sorrow. It is both, how could you leave me alone, and what are you doing here? Just in a primal scream. And what are you doing?
It would seem he does not like the tea. Does the woman seem any way or another about it?
Numi is just
Since
sort
we're
of
right next to each
standing
other.
there. She offered the tea moved forward, and she's got that sort of like, oh, look on her face.
He did warn us. Well, warn me.
Telovere, perhaps you should retreat from that room until the master is feeling better. And I guess I'll kind of take a dodge action. I don't want it to be the first one running in just hitting them just because they're groaning, you know? I don't know. Is it stupid? I mean,
No, it's
me as a
not
player,
stupid.
I know we have the turn order and everything, so I kind of feel like I should go in this measure, but I don't know. I think I'll wait it. Dodge action.
All right. Las-Dal.
Let's see. Work. You know what? I'm gonna take the dodge action myself
Okay.
as well. And I'm gonna kind of put myself in to this where this crypt is a little bit more.
Okay. Duren.
I think I'm just gonna move over yonder. Take a dodge action.
All
I would
right.
like to say, y'all are the most helpful party members I've ever had in my life. Thanks for all the dodge actions.
Luckily, he rolled
Well, I
very
can't
bad on
get in
initiative.
I'm
I mean, I
picturing
guess
us all holding each other doing like that dance.
I guess I would be walking through a ghost.
She doesn't seem to mind. She just sort of shifts a little bit out of the way to let you people go, but you can brush past her.
Alrighty, then I'll instead go this way. And do I have line of sight on him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna firebolt his ass. And miss.
That does miss.
That's all I can do.
All right. So, good news and bad news. The sister that you were able to see did roll poorly. The brother, who is currently in one of the sarcophagi, did not roll so poorly.
Oh.
He bursts out, moving towards
It's her mirror reflection.
Ah.
As he gets close, he reaches out
Telovere, why do you always gotta be the first one in?
and tries to
I'm
give
always
you a
trying.
Your
hug.
mouth is gonna get you in trouble.
I didn't see anyone else volunteering.
Telovere 23.
Ah, that hits. That definitely hits.
13 points of piercing damage.
13?
13. And it pulls you in. And as it pulls you in, those spiked arms just press into your back, hugging you to its body, and it's just gripping you there, right up against itself.
So it's like one of those
Iron
From-
Maidens.
It's like an Iron
It's like,
Maiden or like a big giant tick. It's just like, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember what they're called from Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
Ah.
the skeleton.
Return.
Yeah,
Yes. Along those lines.
yeah.
Well, now I wish I attacked.
Well, I was just planning to close the door behind Telovere when he got out, but did not expect another one.
Telovere, you are currently grappled. You have the frightened condition.
Lovely. Okay.
And
Um.
it is dangerous to be grappled by this thing.
Yeah, really? You don't say. All right. Well, time to use my second level spell slot to Misty Step again.
Okay.
Since it's just a verbal action, I'm assuming I am not muffled or silenced.
You are not muffled or silenced.
Okay. I'm going to teleport right there to the foot of the stairs. I'm going to look at the others and say, "Get out!" And I'm going to. Oh.
A
Go for it.
sound of sorrow as its little spikes just touch it, and it's like, oh! You broke its heart by leaving it there.
Well, that sucks to be it. Let's see, I've used a bonus action. I have to still
Go
action
back,
and move.
Telovere.
No, you know what? I hate these things. You know what? I really hate these things. I was trying to be polite and offer this guy some Darjeeling tea. No, we're not doing this. I'm casting Lightning Bolt at 5th level.
Oh!
Holy shit!
It's going to hit the both of them.
Sure can.
I need a dex of 15, please.
15 decks.
And Redeads are the name of the.
Yes. that's
Left
the one.
side, right side. 18 and a 16. What am I aiming for?
They hit both.
15, they
It's a
both
15
pass.
dex. So they take half that damage. So that is doing math in my head.
18
each.
Yep.
All right, and with my movement, I'm just going to very quickly scurry around the corner here, which I believe I can do.
I've got good news and I've got bad news.
God
Oh, no.
damn
You me.
Their arms are 10 feet long, and as you go to scurry away, it reaches out towards you.
I'm just trying to offer these guys tea,
Does
man.
a 15 hit?
Wait, what was the
15
good
hits.
news in that situation?
Only one of them gets to make the attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits, yeah.
16 points of damage there.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man.
Gentlemen,
He's like
Are you
dead.
down?
no, but
Okay.
it's not looking good.
You may now move away.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm gonna scurry around the corner to right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sadly getting used to seeing you like this, Telovere.
Shut up.
I promise not to
Fortune.
sell you to Sangora.
I'm gonna give Fortune the most evil glare I possibly can.
He gives you like a smirk back.
I hope you don't end up with a rat in your head tonight.
Well, if I eat
Honestly,
it, then it would
yeah.
technically be in my head. Lady Numi, if we just close the door and leave them to their own, would that be adequate, you think? And is this if we do have to fight them, will you need to defend them?
No.
We wouldn't be doing you a favor by maybe giving them a rest for a century or so, would we?
You could put them to rest. It wouldn't do any harm.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Didn't want to cross you as well, Numi. Question is, how am I going to get in here and do anything?
You want my recommendation, Fortune? Go ahead first. Go ahead, charge right in. Have fun.
And so it's double movement to go through Duren and Yumi. 20.
No, Mumi, you can pass through it, right?
Yep, Yumi, you can just walk right through. No harm. No.
Yeah, she's
She's
incorporeal.
incorporeal and not slowing you down.
Okay. Would it be safe to take the bonus action to hide and then kind of get up to the front of the stairs and chuck a dagger?
You could do that.
Would I be hidden?
Yep.
Okay. Then he will do that. He'll kind of stealth by and throw a dagger with advantage here. 16?
16 will hit.
All right.
Left one or right one?
Right one. The one
Right
that
one.
struck at Telovere. 20 psychic damage, and then that will be it.
20 psychic damage. Psychic works.
Do I have any? Actually, I guess he'll move in to the corner here, just to give other people space.
You got it. Montgomery.
Now we can close the door. No, I'm joking. Let's see. Are those? Is that like stairs going up or down or something? Or
Stairs
is that
going
just a
down.
hallway?
Stairs going down towards the to this room.
So I can't really. I'm not going to be able to see them at all.
I'll be right back.
Well, unfortunately, I guess I'm going to have to go to there.
It's a brave
And
mage.
yeah,
Okay, brave.
foolhardy with that armor class, I guess.
You know, I can't help but feel like I'm being called out for something.
Guilty
just over here.
conscience.
I was just over here trying to be a good neighborly fella, and I'm getting absolutely demolished for it, and I'm not living for it, y'all.
All right, I'm gonna try. I don't think it's gonna work too well, but I'm gonna try Toll the Dead just because I can hit both of them.
Okay. Toll the Dead's gonna be wisdom saving throws. Yes.
Wisdoms, yep.
Left side.
DC 16.
Right side. Oh, you get them both. One is missing, one is not. So we got a 11 and a 16.
And that's it. I used all my movement to get right there, so I can't retreat or do anything else.
Sounds good. That is going to bring up the sister. The sister is going to look between the two of you. Montgomery in your armor, and then a fluffy kitty. And she's going to come forward, and she's going to try and hug the fluffy kitty.
I tried, Fortune.
A 20 to hit.
On Fortune?
Oh, yep. Fortune, a 20 to hit.
Okay, That definitely hits.
23
How do
points
I-
of piercing damage. And you
I
are
will definitely use uncanny dodge to reduce the damage in half at least.
you got it. And you
And
are
grappled?
now grappled. She just
Perfect.
hugging on you.
Do I move into their space, or am I still in the corner?
You
where
are
I
you
am?
are where you are. She's just hugging on you there.
And it was 23 damage, half to 11 from uncanny dodge.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay.
Loktar.
Unhand that kitten.
Unhand that
I'll
kitten.
throw. Gonna grow big. And throw the old Morning Star right at their face.
Okay.
I don't think I can smack them. Let me see. Let me make sure. I can stand it. I can stand in the same space as her, right? So I can almost reach.
Yes. We can here. You know what? We can move her out of the way. Boop. She's like, "Oh, you guys want to go? Okay."
In order to melee attack, I need to be like right here. Would that be considered squeezing?
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be like a triple squeeze because you'd have to squeeze for the space that you're too big in, and being a bugbear and
makes
standing on your own people.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna chuck it. Throw at the one squeezing.
Sure.
Fortune.
One squeezing.
That's +2 to that damage if that hits.
You got it. That will hit for 13 points of damage. And then you learn a thing.
Oh, whoops! I already rolled the second one. Sorry.
That's okay.
No, Fortune's.
The first thing that you learn is when you hit her, she tightens her embrace and pulls Fortune so much closer, so much harder. Fortune, you will take an extra.
Oh, holy crap!
21 psychic damage.
Oh,
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 no!
That is a
Wow.
lot of psychic damage.
And then the second hit lands.
Wait, could I mean, I know I rolled it twice. I was trying to save time.
If you want to check your swing, you can wait.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
oh,
if anything-
throw it at the ground.
yeah.
It's so sad.
I mean, unless there's some chance I could hit this one, but it doesn't look like it really.
Nah, no angle on that one.
Yeah.
So you
alright.
just
Yeah, yes, please
spike
check
it
the
as you
second
realize Fortune's getting hugged in on. Loktar, anything else?
No, I don't think so. That's all I got right now.
Las-Dal.
Let's see.
Yeah, what are you doing back there?
Yeah, what are you doing back there?
All right.
don't let them goad you into action. We need to remain level-headed about this.
Oh.
By the way, there's our image of what these find individuals look
Nice.
Yeah, I really should not have gone in there, y'all. That's on me.
Nice.
I apologize.
I should
That
have
is
tried
one-
hard to stop you.
It's unfortunate right now.
I do
He
not
told
like
me he
that
was grumpy.
It only has 5 arms, which I know you're like only, but like the fact that there's an uneven amount of arms is awful.
Even
Yes.
sadder. That's the lonely hand. They can't clap.
I would like to try. I would like to cast Phantasmal Force on the one that has Fortune.
Okay.
I want it to see Fortune is actually in a different location than in his grasp.
Oh, that's smart.
Hang on one second. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range.
Yep.
They must make an intelligence saving throw, or you can create an object, creature, or other visible phenomenon your choice that is no larger than 10 cubic feet that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. Is it undead or a construct?
It is no medium monstrosity.
Oh.
You're safe.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So I will.
All right, I got it. Yeah. And we need an intelligence saving throw, I think you said?
Intelligence 17.
17. It's got to roll super high on this.
I'm going to say I'm a little worried if it passes.
Does
About
not.
to
Or
say.
fails.
So am I.
I'm more worried if it fails, actually.
It fails.
Okay, so now it thinks that Fortune is actually, we're gonna say, over here.
Okay. On its turn, it will go to grab over there where it thinks Fortune is.
Nice. That's great.
Now, I'm not doing anything to cause damage to it. I'm just making it think that there's something else there.
Yep.
Am I still grappled by it? Is
You are
my question.
you are still grappled at the moment. It has not acted yet. On its turn,
Okay.
it will be going to
Perfect.
grab that. You can feel that it's doesn't really have you dug as close anymore, but the pointy bits are still right there.
I'll say that I'm just glad that I'm still grappled by it, and that the other one's not going to immediately grapple me after that one lets go. That was my fear.
Or Willie.
Or Willie.
Now that you
Duren.
said it,
In between that though, what is Duren up to?
Oh, I'm moving back out of the way. There.
Can I just want to go up and attack it if I can. Will I hurt?
Please don't hit the one that's got me. It hurts a lot.
It will hurt you?
It seems as though it will.
It did when I hit it.
Significantly.
Okay, then I'm gonna go there and attack the other one.
You certainly may.
Oh, wow.
26 is a big hit.
I'm actually was wanting to do. Actually, give me 1 second. 5 feet of you. Okay, so I'm gonna do booming blade.
Okay.
Let me. Okay, so it's gonna do 7 now, and it'll do 8 when it moves.
Okay. Got it. And that is
So-
move, not attack, correct?
Yeah, it's when it willingly moves.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Duren,
target willingly moves 5 feet or more before. Yeah.
anything else for you?
I don't believe so.
All right. Given that you're there and you're such a big and huggable fella, the one you just hit with the booming blade just reaches out with all 5 and tries to spike you because it can't hug right now. So it's going to be 2 spikes coming at you. Spike number 1, spike number 2. Spike number 1's going to miss, but we're going to use one of our DM rerolls. Still going to miss, but the 25 for 10 is going to land.
Oh, so take 10 damage. Oh,
Telovere. Yep, just 10 damage to you. Telovere, what do you got?
all right. Seeing where I am, and seeing how I can't really look past Loktar, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna back up
Okay.
to right there, and I'm gonna have all of my skeletons coming right in front of me.
My shield!
Skeletal
Come here,
wall
my-
forms up.
My skeletal fleshy barrier. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right.
I apologize, y'all. I can't really do much.
No problem. Fortune, you are currently grappled.
Correct. But this thing thinks I'm somewhere else. So I wanted to ask if I'm going to teleport, can I teleport kind of slightly around this? Can you see the path I'm drawing here?
Oh yeah, you could chuck a dagger around a corner.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then I'm going to do 2 things here. Yeah, so that is out of it. One, I'm going to chuck a dagger at the one Duren attacked. So just kind of try to throw it out while I'm grappled by this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Good hit.
I think
Where's
that's your
my
third crit of the
sneak
night, isn't it?
It is. That is not a good sign for future fortune.
Hey, listen, you said it, not me.
Okay, so a total of
Oof.
43
Oh yeah.
Gone.
this thing's gonna let go of me, so I'm actually going to just. Well,
Oh, it's
does it
dead.
feel safe to assume that since it seems to be like letting go already?
Hey,
Or does it
you are
tighten
you are
grip?
still grappled, so you are still
sorry, I
in
didn't
its
mean to-
grip. You would either you can't break the grapple at this point.
Right, but I can teleport out essentially.
You could
And
teleport
so I'm
out.
trying to decide if I need to do that. I'm going to do it. Just be safe here. Why
Okay.
not? So I will throw a dagger right past Montgomery.
Sure.
Heads up.
Roll an attack roll.
Well, this isn't an attack roll. It's just I teleport 20 feet
Roll
to
an
my
attack roll.
dagger. Oh, okay. I get you.
Am I gonna catch him?
Oh, Locktar!
I do it with my strength.
So how's that gonna work? Like chirp and have him?
Loktar, does a 27 hit you?
Locktar!
Oh yeah.
Please roll
Now,
damage.
let me go ahead and specify the text here of this thing before I hit Loktar.
Okay.
Where is? Because I haven't seen anything about it being an attack per se.
I was about to say we
Action.
should work out a team thing where you throw the dagger and I catch it and then you appear there and I'll like put you down, you know? That'd
That'd
be
be
kind of cool.
cool.
But
Where does it put these things? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
It's probably
Hello.
in features and
Hello.
traits.
Oh, there we go. If I tap
Hello.
this, can I put it in? There we go.
no expression errors.
Yeah, right there. If you make an attack roll with your
Wait. As a bonus
Is that
action,
once-
you can manifest one of your psychic blades, spend one psychic
thank
energy die, and
you.
roll it. Throw the blade at an unoccupied space you can see. Up to a number of times, you can then teleport to that space.
I forgot that you were doing this for the cursed shield.
I guess you don't
I'm
really
okay
roll
with
an
that.
attack though, but
Yeah, it's the
nevertheless, it
it's
does
the
fly
curse
within
shield.
10 feet.
Yeah, it's the curse shield. It is you're throwing a dagger at
Makes
a spot
sense.
and it just sucks it right to him. So I will say
Yeah, that
on
makes
this
sense.
one, yeah.
Ignore
no
the
sneak
sneak
attack, at
attack
least.
damage.
Yeah, no sneak
Oh,
attack.
right.
I still did 11
But
psychic.
it is
damage.
11 psychic, so you-
Also range though, so half. Right?
Yep. Well,
That's true. So that's-
But it's psychic damage.
you have resistance to ranged attacks because of the
Yeah.
shield, so it's
Yeah.
it's just 5, even though it is psychic.
Yep.
But
And
Nice.
then
still an
sorry about that,
unfortunate
Loktar.
ding.
Thanks for catching that. And I'll run past Loktar here.
Got it. Montgomery.
It'll leave us in here.
Let's hit it with the sacred flames.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. 15
15 makes it.
makes it still takes 5.
Still takes 5. And I will. I'll go up here and get out of the way.
Sounds good.
Okay, I have a question real quick.
Yep.
Because I took an attack. Because I'm concentrating on Shield of Faith right now. I took 10 damage. What is my concentration, my constitution?
I still just need a DC 10.
Okay.
With an 8, Shield of Faith would be down. And I will say that could be important at the moment because
Wait a minute. Actually, hold on.
Yep.
Because of Aura of Protection, I get a +2 on saves.
Oh, cool.
Alongside my +4.
You
So
made
I'm
it.
good.
Was the kitty cat put up here on top of the sarcophagi?
Yes.
Okay. That is going to get the kitty cat a stab arm spike attack without moving.
Ugh.
That stab arm spike attack is going to whoof right through the illusion, pull back, look at their hand, turn around and look angry. And then we're going to have a stab spike attack coming in at Duren. Duren, stab spike attack. 10 is going to miss. I'm going to use up my
Yeah, I'm
last
at
DM reroll.
18 right.
DM reroll. 22 for 9.
I'm gonna Bardic that tried to lower the attack.
Okay.
No, no, no. You're not gonna hit the paladin now. 10. 5 minuses, so 17.
17. I think
That misses.
That misses. Excellent. Ivisha looks like she's ready to get her hug on. Loktar, what are you up to?
Let us end this. Go right there and then hit her with actual swings, not throwing.
Can do.
Reckless. Okay.
23 is going to hit for 13 points of
13.
damage.
And then again.
18's the number we need.
Number in our hearts, gentlemen.
16 plus 2, rage is 18. Well done. The siblings are put to rest.
After she falls, Loktar's shoulders just kind of sag. He doesn't really feel great about these kills. Kind of feels like we killed a couple of sad people who were lonely.
They were not undead. They were monstrosities.
And maybe
We've
adding
put them to rest.
maybe adding just a little bit to that, on the rubble that once adorned the coffins, there's 2 little placards. One reads Nolan Dolendar, beloved brother. The other reads Avisha Dolendar, beloved sister. Some might look at the silver nameplates and think that's touching. Others might think that's 75 worth of gold of silver for each of those.
Let's take them, baby.
We should.
Daddy needs a new sword.
In an act of unprecedented kindness, Telovere is going to poke his head around and say, "Don't touch the tombs. Not this time."
Oh, I was trying to get him so that you could get some more money for the Bone Zone.
I'm
Get
not
your
interested.
Minotaur.
I'm not interested, but I appreciate it, Duren.
You got a marketplace upstairs. It's fine. We don't.
Are
If
there
you're looking for a Minotaur,
That's true.
It's very fair, but I'm not interested in it right now. But thank you, though.
What if the
Wow,
bones of these
Fortune,
creatures?
you really gave him the talking to, Fortune.
I want to check out their coffins or whatever they were sleeping in.
Sure. Whatever they once were inside there has turned into these monstrosities. There's a few scraps of cloth, perhaps, that they were buried in, but when they clawed their way out from those sarcophagi, they destroyed anything else that they had been buried with, aside from that silver placard.
We should put them back in the sarcophagus to at least not make a mess for Yumi to clean up.
She can't clean them up. Her hands will go right through them.
She's managed this far.
She made us
Fine.
tea.
Yeah, she can poltergeist things around a little bit.
Yeah.
And I will
Fortune
say,
will put one of the bodies back away.
as you're kind of going through those motions and laying them kind of like trying to fit all the spiky arms into the little box that's made for a human.
I break one.
Oh,
another bone for your collection?
Telovere.
that's where
Why?
that's where we'll bring this evening to a close. Because that'll leave us a little bit more to do when we come back into this area. And I will give you some good news as we are closing out. The other room that you will be opening up contains treasure.
Hell yeah!
And so, as you go into the room to the south, the carvings encircling the base of each pedestal read, "What good are treasures when home is denied?" Sitting atop the pedestals, 2,200 gold pieces in neatly stacked piles, a golden helmet worth 280 gold, a drift globe with a map of the gate towns of Outlands carved into it, a fancy necklace with the inscription, "My breath is yours, Kaveta, take it." The necklace you'll later identify to be a necklace of adaptation. There's a book titled Out of the Endless Prison, outlining many methods of escape from the prison plane of Karsi. There's a snow globe containing a miniature replica of the city of Neverwinter. Each of these treasures is up on a little pedestal. There don't seem to be any particular protections around it, other than that bone-crushing loneliness that you feel.
Okay. I would like to take a look at this helmet. It's the only thing that seems useful to me.
Sure. And so what I'll leave the party to consider as we come back next week. I'll give a little more information about those treasures, tell you about how
Okay.
pretty and shiny they are. And then when we come back next week, I'll be asking, are they staying on the pedestals or not? And that's the
Is my ass about to get cursed again?
Probably.
That
could
sounds
be
like it.
could
Probably.
be anything. So that's where we'll pick back up next week. Thanks everybody for hanging out. If you like what we do, swing by the Discord. Any shout outs that the party would like to make as I look over in this direction and figure out who we can toss a raid to?
Shout out to Numi for being the best tea maker in
I do like
Evernight.
Numi a lot. I'm a big fan of
Yeah.
Numi. Just
Is
immediately.
she now unemployed?
No, she's still got other people here.
She's even got more to clean up now. She can go clean up the brothers' rooms again. So yeah, there we go.
I guess I would shout out. I don't know if anyone listening is in Denver, but if you are, Dungeons and Dragons and Drafts at Copper Kettle is always a great time on Tuesday nights.
Excellent.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shouting out local businesses. I appreciate that.
There we go. And shouting out places that some of us will be in the near future. If you haven't signed up for Gen Con, Gamehole Con, and Gary Con, some of the 20 Satyrs will be hosting games at different places. Most of them will be under the Goodman Games Castle White Rock lookups. So if you want to come hang out, come hit it there. Jacko Boom, thanks for hanging out. Miracle Knight, thanks for hanging out. We'll be jumping away in just a second.
Knight.
Was that?
That's me.
Oh,
I'm Miracle Knight.
You tricked me. I'm just saying thanks to everybody. Tux, thanks for everybody. Dawson, happy birthday. Actually, yeah, it's still your birthday in your time zone. Happy birthday. And we'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Wah-wah.